Hi, everybody. Welcome here to the Trojan Tundras. We get ready for Hoosier North Athletic Conference matchup here tonight with Triton and Winamac. Hi, everybody. I'm Andy Harrell. With me here tonight, we got the coach, Braden Cunningham. Kenny's on remote support. Caden's on sideline. And as always, the Hall of Famer, Ryan Limler. Here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network, broadcasting live on YouTube and the IHSA Champions Network as Triton and Winamac get ready to square off. It's a little bit of a flip thing there as far as the record goes. Triton 3-1, riding a 3-game winning streak against Bremen, Culver, and last week against South Central. Winamac picking up their first win against Culver last week, 1-3 on the year. John Burgess, the head coach in his fourth season for the Warriors, and Andy Barker, the head coach for Triton in his first season. This all-time series dating back to 1970, and this is the 18th meeting between these two sides, and last year Triton broke the tiebreaker at Winamac, where they won 28-0 down there and to make the lead 9-8. Triton has, since 83, approximately, Triton has beat them here twice on their own field, and John Harrell has them predicted tonight to win. But this is a team where when I came into this year, I went down the Hoosier North and I figured out what teams I thought were going to be teams to be afraid of. For me, Braden, that Winamac team is a team to be afraid of because they've got some guys that can play some serious football.
It's always a game you're looking at, and you just never know what they could send your way. They've always got some players that know how to play some football pretty aggressively.
Like I said, 1-3 on the year. I mean, starting off, West Central, a very good team in 1A. West Central is really good. You're looking at what that group can do. West Central playing some nice football. Then Frontier, another team that's ranked that they played. And then a gauntlet again last week, or 2 weeks ago, playing Pioneer. That's a tough 3-game start to the season.
Yeah, it's a tough way to start out your season, especially Pioneer being back to the way everybody knows them. And, yeah, facing a tough game there, but able to come off that win against Culver and seeing what they can draw up here tonight.
And like I said, number 8, number 13, back-to-back weeks are two top 15 teams as far as ranking in 1A with Pioneer and with Frontier. Winamac, though, you look down what this group's got. The quarterback play. Got a guy that's got a rocket arm. He's got a lot of size back here in the pocket. He can get out and move. But for me, it kind of comes down to guys like Lewis Rugg and Cardenas. But I really like Tearson Wolford.
Yeah, I'm like number 8. He's a multi-sport athlete. We see him in baseball, see him all over, and yeah, that's the thing about these 1A. You got people, they stay in sports year-round, and they stay in that conditioned shape. And
you look down along their line, they got a lot of size down there too. A lot of guys up over that 200-plus range, but these are guys that can move people and really kind of open up the running lanes for their running backs. So you saw last week against Culver where they won that game 30-22, but they had a lot of big home run plays in that game. So they do have a home run threat ability. They've got those guys that can move those chains, and Winamac really emphasizes, look, one watching film, about moving those chains.
Yeah, they're just trying to get through and power it right at you, but they have the ability to break through those tackles, and so Triton's got to be making sure everybody's flowing to that football. Do not expect somebody to bring him down.
And you go now, we'll flip side. We'll talk about Triton just a little bit. This is a team that is doing, you're seeing improving each week. You're seeing different things. We look at last week, just 559 yards of total offense last week with what this team could do. 374 yards on the ground, 185 through the air, 6 rushing touchdowns, 4 passing touchdowns. If you want a game to go the way you want to, last week was it for the Trojans.
Yeah, it was a great game to display, and like you said, they continue to build on each week and just get better and better, and that's all you can ask from a football team.
On average, 11 yards a carry. That offensive line has really starting to come into their own, and last week didn't have Brady Shue, but yet the guys they put in there did a nice job. I think this core and how this line is really starting to kind of build this season, you're seeing a lot of improvement week to week, which is what you want to see.
Yeah, and especially being a lineman, it takes a couple weeks to settle in, get the familiarity, get used to each other, get that chemistry, knowing who's going to pick up what block and go where. And you just got to give a lot of credit to Coach Cook, just how he's been coaching this team. And, yeah, when you've got one guy not there, another one ready to step up and still play some amazing offense, what more can you ask for? You got to be proud.
Well, and then the flip side, you talk about assistant coaches. You look at Brian Overmeyer, a guy who's really coaching those guys up in the linebacker room. It was a lot of fun when I got to listen to him talk to the linebackers during the film study when I got to be there a couple Saturdays ago, and then he coaches a couple other different spots. Those kind of assistant coaches, but another one, Coach Cord, his defense. You talk about a stout defense. This is a team that's only allowing 9 points a game, minus that 28-point game they allowed. They're the first game of the year, but they have pitched now two shutouts this season, and they're holding teams on third down last week. They've allowed 1 third-down conversion in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, with this coaching staff for Triton, all the bases are covered. You got Cord with just amazing football knowledge and just knows how to just bring a solid defense towards any offense that comes his way.
And that week against Bremen, they allowed Bremen to be 3 for 10 on third down. But at the same time, you're also seeing the offense doing a good job moving the chains last week 3 of 6, 4 of 4 against Culver, but 24 first downs combined in the last 2 weeks. I mean, Triton's doing a nice job moving the chains.
Yeah, and it's something that we saw them struggle with a little bit in the beginning of the season, and then, now finding their rhythm and continue to just move that ball downfield, whether it's home run plays or whether it's just those little, just couple yards of play every time, but they're doing it.
And at the same time, you look at guys that are really kind of stepping up, and, Gage Riffle had an outstanding game last week. Like we said, for him, he was 5 for 7 for 145 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 2 of those going to Isaac Quintana. This group here, and Ryder Gayhart also with another big touchdown run yet again. Gage is doing a nice job kind of reading this offense, reading the defense, knowing where to go with the football. Yeah,
he's really settling in, just knowing how to make those good decisions, when to hand it off on reads and when to just keep it, and when to take those home run shots and try to get it downfield with a big pass play.
And it really kind of helps when you got a belt, when you have a guy in the backfield like Jaden Overmeyer that's averaging 7.5 yards a carry, 150 yards per game. This kid here, 5 touchdowns on the year on 81 carries. Jaden, having a guy like that who's really now, you're seeing the patience. You're really seeing the maturity of him being patient with that offensive line, knowing when to hit your holes and go. This kid has done a nice job this year.
And it really helps your offense just get into that rhythm when you've got a running core like you do with Jaden Overmeyer, and just being able to get those yardage, let you settle in so that way you can set up the pass as well. And it's going to be something that they're going to have to see here tonight. Like watching film against Pioneer, you see Pioneer just took a lot of drives, just trotting it down the field, getting 6-7 yards of play, and then that's what we got to keep doing that here against Winamac.
Exactly, and then you get, like I said, don't ignore the home run threat because you got guys like Isaac Quintana who broke out last week. I mean, the kid showed off those hands and how great he is as an athlete. I mean, looking like the Iceman out there, just tossing him the ball, he's got ice water in his veins, he'll take off and go. Same time, you got Ryder Gayhart. And I'll tell you, Ryder is an impressive kid. Like Coach Barker has said it before, this could be starting anywhere else. But unfortunately, it's a loaded deal right there in front of him. But this kid here, he doesn't care. He's the ultimate team guy. He's going to go out and play hard. And then another guy like I would hope to kind of start seeing get a few of those receptions dropping is Cam Callahan, because that kid's got those long arms, big hands, and he can take off and run lightning quick. This kid has got that home run threat ability. Be good to kind of see him catch a couple balls on the offensive side. But then also talking the defensive side, Colton Reynolds averaging 10 tackles a game. This defense has been stout.
Yeah, Colton just continuing to run away with the leading tackler. And, he's at 40 right now in the season with 15 solo tackles, I believe. And, just continuing to stuff up that middle and really stop that run plays. And he's going to continue to hold strong and be a team leader on the defense.
And you look at guys like Vinny Prater. I love Vinny Prater. I mean, this kid here, the way he plays, his energy, his attitude, and what he carries and what he does per week to week in the practice. I mean, always wanting to get better. I mean, taking on a role that a guy who's carried the ball his entire career, now playing just strictly on the line. This is a guy that leads the team in tackles for loss with 7.5 tackles for loss, and the team's got 24. When you got 2 guys like Jaden Overmeyer and Vinny Prater on the other side of the defense, you talk about 2 of the fastest defensive ends in 1A.
Yeah, Winamac definitely has to be ready to game plan them tonight and just picking them up. If you watch back at the Pioneer film, some of those DNs were breaking free, not going untouched, and creating havoc in the backfield, and Winamac cannot have that same thing here tonight if they want to win.
Of course, we're going to have the Triton youngsters, the junior cheer will be out there here during this pregame as well. Give a quick shout out here as Liam Watkins with tonight's weather forecast for tonight. It'll be another night. It's going to be a warm one. It's another nice night for Friday night football. At the start of the game, you can expect temperatures to be around 83 degrees with relatively no cloud cover. So that sun will make it feel a lot hotter than it actually really is, but thankfully, no humidity to go along with it, which I'm very thankful for that. As the game approaches halftime, temperatures will drop to about 77 degrees with still no cloud cover or wind. Later stages of the game, it's going to drop down to 73, and by the end of the third quarter, almost 70 degrees by game's end. Of course, that weather report brought to you by Triton senior football player Liam Watkins. Appreciate his weather reports for today, which, be thankful, because usually when Winamac and Triton are playing, the weather is not always pleasant.
Yeah, it's usually that one you're bundling up. You got the hand warmers out in your pockets, and you're shivering.
And I remember the one year we were down there for an away. This was probably the year before you started. We actually had to use my jacket to cover the camera so we could open and run the camera down there when it was raining. I mean, it just was raining so hard, there's nothing you could do.
Hey, being resourceful, finding a way to still put on the broadcast here.
Hey, we watched enough MacGyver amongst the group here on the TTSN crew to kind of make that work. But tonight, if you're Triton, what kind of things do you want to see from this group to do against a Winamac team that can be very physical, and that is going to really kind of hold you true to your game as far as on the defensive side of the football?
I just want to continue to see them build week to week. Like we talked about, they've been doing the past 4 games, just get better and better, and I want to see that just continue here. You're playing a tougher opponent with Winamac, and they faced some hard competition themselves up until now, so it's going to be a team that you just got to continue to fight, and things may not come easy. The home run plays might not be as quick, and simple, but we just got to continue to do our job, fight, get on our blocks, sustain, and just play some hard football.
And I think defensively, again, continue to play tough in the secondary because these are guys that can attack the seam, can go one-on-one outside. They do have guys that can break out. Rugg is one that comes to mind that can break outside and get out there and get a hold of a football or two. You look at these guys, but then also that intermediate out the linebackers have got to pay attention because Winamac can throw some misdirection at you as well.
Yeah, they come out with a bunch of different looks, and they'll have some spread out. They'll have it all bunched up in the middle and send it right at you. And, yeah, our defense has to be ready to call out what the formations they're seeing and just make sure everybody's reading their keys every time.
Winamac, for me, it comes down to just make the play. Control the clock if you're Winamac tonight. I mean, I think the winner of tonight's game will control the time of possession on the clock. At the same time, battle of trenches, as we always like to say. But you look at this group and what you're going to see tonight, I think we should be in for a good football game. John Harrell does have it predicted 38-14. I think it's going to be a little bit closer than that. Like I said, Winamac was one that I felt really confident saying that I think this is a team that's going to be one you're going to want to worry about. I still think they are a team to worry about. You have to ignore their record because that's what they're going to do coming into today.
Yeah, I agree that it should be a closer football game tonight. And, yeah, they faced tough competition. You don't stare at that record thinking 1-3 and you're going to be like Triton. You don't think it's going to be an easy football game here tonight. You got to think that you're going to play some hard football. And Winamac's always a team. They're always aggressive, always flowing to the football hard. And it's a team that, yeah, you're looking at.
And for them, this is their second game of a 2-game road stand, the second game for Triton's home game stand. But this is a team you cannot sleep on, but Triton just needs to come out, move the chains. Again, time of possession is going to be huge, but those plays are going to be important on first and second down. Keep moving forward. Don't go backwards.
Absolutely.
So we're going to take a quick break as we're going to have the Triton mini cheer out there. We'll be back after the national anthem right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Some see a student athlete working on his shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. we see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Some see a wrestling
What do you want? I'm a little fucking busy.
Thank you, Triton Trojan Marching Band. Thank you, cheerleaders.
We're back on this now.
Good evening again, Triton Trojan fans. On behalf of the Triton community and the entire staff and student body of Triton Junior Senior High School, we welcome Winamac as our guest at tonight's contest. Triton Junior Senior High School and Winamac are playing this event through an agreement entered into by both schools. As members of the IHSAA, both schools have agreed to abide by the bylaws of the IHSAA to ensure the highest possible standards of conduct during this event today. The officials for tonight's contest are Bryce Bustamante, Dave Dillon, Chad Gibson, Chris Lance, Brett Van Dyne. We ask that all fans and players demonstrate an attitude of good sportsmanship throughout today's contest, no matter what personal feelings of loyalty they may have toward one team or the other. Your cooperation is sincerely appreciated. Thank you. Now at this time, if you are able to, please rise. Kindly remove your hats as our Triton Trojan Marching Band plays our national anthem. Tremendous job there, Triton Trojan Marching Band.
All right, now that the pregame festivities are finished with, we will have our coin toss here. Of course, the young cheerleaders, give them props, did a nice job out there. I know I couldn't do that.
No, I mean, it's a lot of people to stay in time together.
Hey, and they did a good job, and of course, the Triton Marching Band did a great job by them again on the national anthem and the school song. And it looks like Jeremy Riffle is tonight's honorary captain as they will make their way to center field. Like we said tonight, I mean, it's going to come down to time of possession. Who controls that? Conversions. I think first downs are going to be huge, especially as first and second down plays I think are going to be huge tonight for either side.
And I just think this opening possession just really sets the tone of the whole ball game.
And, then this group here, you got to love the energy of the home crowd yet again, another capacity crowd on our side again. I love saying that, a capacity crowd. You don't get to say that a lot during high school games. We're going to. Winamac traveled fairly well. I know that's a little bit of a drive, so good to see them traveling out here as well tonight. But then again, a good energy tonight for either side.
Yeah, I mean, it was hard to just traverse through that parking lot. Everybody's filling up every spot. Good turnout here tonight. Some good weather as well.
And good weather again, as Liam Watkins pointed in our pregame with his weather report for us. Appreciate Liam again for his weather reports. Like I said, it's warm. I'll take warm because in a few weeks we might be griping a little bit about the cold.
Yeah, I won't complain about sweating a little bit.
Which, I'm not going to complain about the cold, but that also comes with awful precipitation potential, which we don't want. So at halftime, we'll be honoring the junior high football team and then the youth football group as well, I believe. Just junior high for sure, I know.
I know for sure junior high because I had to tell my kids to get their jerseys at the end of practice.
So whatever you do when you go down there on camera, don't trip.
I'll try.
Now you're going to trip. Someone told me that one time and I did it in a show ring.
Man, you put it into the universe, the broadcaster's curse is going to speak.
Well, I said it Sunday, too, and it happened. I wasn't a broadcaster, though.
They had to win on my birthday.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. You're lucky I like you. So
we won the horse race.
So Triton will win. Looks like Triton will do. They won the toss. They will defer. So they will get the second half kickoff. So Winamac will be starting with the football. We'll go with their offensive starters real quick. Xavier Adriano at quarterback. Cardenas and Wolford and Burgess all kind of in the backfield in different spots. Rugg and Harrell will be the wide receiver and tight end, and then go across their line at left tackle. Aaron Harden At left guard, Lane Tetzloff. At center, Walker Lovely. At right guard, Cody Wheeler. And at right tackle, Cale Federer will be out there for the Winamac offense. And Caden can get off the field anytime now. I think he's going to stay there. Okay. No, now he's going to move. But of course, now these guys are fired up, and you know, this is kind of that, you got to have that mentality. And I've been real excited that, you know, like I said, capacity crowd. Seeing a good home crowd like what we have. I mean, the fireworks again, really kind of firing everybody up. I mean, if I played for this team wearing blue and gold tonight, I want to hear that boom at the end of a drive.
Yeah, you're firing up. You want to have those fireworks go off as many times as possible. Wake up the whole town. Let them know that Triton football is having a night.
You know, when you get in for 6, it is there's a reason that's a celebration, why everybody's so excited. You know, you don't always get into the end zone, but that hard work with 11 guys moving the chains, moving down the field against a team that's trying to rip your head off, getting into the end zone, that's a big deal, and I really love that we fire that firework off. I really love that tradition that we've started.
Exactly. It's a culmination of just the work that you put in all summer, all off season, and just through the season, just working every single day, day in and day out. And yeah, it's just a culmination of that, and I'm happy that the town is so supportive and great community here.
And Franklin Sullivan is going to send it away for us here tonight. As back to return will be Ethan Burgess. And to his right, I believe, is Travis, who I can't tell who that is over there.
21?
I know that's Lewis Rugg on the right side, on the far side over there. Franklin Sullivan. He's going to get this thing underway, as he will trot his way to the football, and he sends a line drive quick past the second level. It's still a live ball, and Rugg's going to fall in, and they're going to start from their own 22-yard line as the offense makes their way out.
I like that kick there from Franklin. Those ones are always so hard to field. Football is the most unpredictable thing, to just figure out where it's going to bounce. Good job there by Rugg to just hop on it.
Now I know what I don't like about the iPad versus the monitor. I can't look at the scoreboard. That's okay, though. We're good. I can look. So we'll see when we'll get to the remote supports on it tonight. We'll get the defensive starters here after this first set, as Adriano will work out of the backfield. On his right hip will be Wolford. One wide receiver split all the way out here to the left for him. Adriano takes the snap, and they're going to go to the air right away, looking down the far sideline. Nothing there and separate. He's going to fling it down into coverage. Riffle's got a beat on it, but and knocked away at the last second there, as the pass was intended there for Hayden Taylor. Of course, that Triton defense, let's go along that line. Kyle Cummins, Brady Shue, Vinny Prater, and Jaden Overmeyer there along the line, with Gavin Riffle, Colton Reynolds, Preston Brookins, and Ryder Gayhart in the linebacking crew, with Caden Bradley, Isaac Quintana, and Gage Riffle all patrolling the secondary. And nice job there by Gavin Riffle to break that one up.
I like that decision there by Winamac to just take a shot right off the bat, try to set the tempo. He had a lot of time in that backfield to throw. Triton's going to have to get back in there to cause some pressure.
So first pass incomplete, but Adriano, he's a guy you cannot give him a lot of time, as they're going to send Cardenas in motion, but Wolford's going to get the carry on the far side, and the big blue wrecking crew sealing the edge. A good gain, though, on second down. We'll set up third down and manageable.
So far, yeah, Winamac's doing a good job of firing out at that front line. We always call it a battle of the trenches, and, yeah, right now they're trying to set the tempo hard, trying to knock Triton back.
5-yard gain on the play, so we'll see how the Warriors here on their first drive, finding third down. Like we said, first and second down is going to be huge. But at the same time, right, you're seeing here with this group showing off they can move the ball. Adriano now under center. I formation in the backfield. Cardenas the lone back in the back. And that's where they go with it. He's going to try to follow those blockers. And here comes the big blue wrecking crew breaking down and not maybe allowing a yard on the play.
And that's something, yeah, for Triton. You're going to answer right there, especially Colton Reynolds. You're not letting them run down your throat right up the middle. You got to stop that, plug up that hole, and they do a good job nice there. Get a good third down stop.
I forgot to do.
Set the timer.
Yep. I'll figure it out eventually.
You got about a minute off.
So, yeah, like I said, about a little over a minute on that drive. So back deep to return will be Ryder Gayhart. Adriano to kick. That one, Vinny Prater got a hand on that one, and it's going to fall down, and it'll stop. I don't know, it sounds like someone got a hand on it.
It looked like he was nearly there.
So Triton now will start. Good starting field position from their own 41. As the offensive starters head out there, Riffle at quarterback with Jaden Overmeyer and Ryder Gayhart, the two tailbacks. Isaac Quinton, the H-back position. Maddox Denny will be out there as well. in the tight end spot with Cam Callahan and Gavin Riffle and Caden Bradley all kind of rotating in and out there at wide receiver with Brady Shue, Charlie Worsham at the 2 bookend spots, Vinny Prater and Colton Reynolds at the 2 guards, and the man in the middle, Preston Brookins, as they get set here. First down and 10 from their own 41. Riffle out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Overmeyer, who has a nice seam. Overmeyer breaks free, and a great gain on first down. Triton will move the chains, I believe, on their first carry.
Yeah, good job there by Isaac Quintana, as we're going to see. He just leads through in that gap, finds somebody to block right here on 21, and, yeah, just giving a great path for Jaden Overmeyer to just follow through.
And as we said in the pregame, Jaden averaging 7.5 yards a carry. This Winamac defense is going to have to play tough against a guy like that that's patient and can follow his blocks. 2 wide receivers stacked to the right side is Riffle and Callahan as Gage Riffle hands it off to Overmeyer again. He's trying to follow through, and he'll be tackled there by Keegan Coe.
This time Colton Reynolds being the one to lead block, and he's a menace to society on defense just as much on offense. He knows how to get on somebody and lay a hit, continue to drive those feet. Does just that. Triton starting off well, continue to just move those chains a little bit.
As Riffle settles in. 15 seconds on the play clock.
2nd down and 7 for the Trojans.
So after that 3-yard gain, they're going to break out 1 wide receiver here to the near side. Going to have a man out to the left. They're going to send Gayhard in motion. He gets it on the sweep train, trying to bounce it outside. He's got the corner. Ryder Gayhard drops his shoulder, and he'll get a decent gain, but 3rd down coming up.
And you think for a moment right there, Winamac's about to get a tackle for a loss. They had some men in the backfield. Good job there by Triton to just come out, get that kickoff block. Can't quite get it right there. Isaac Quintana sustaining on his block there on the outside, something we talked a lot about last week. The wide receivers and everybody out on the outside just having a good job of getting to their blocks and staying on that. It's going to be crucial here tonight.
Big 3rd down for the Trojans here. They've moved the chains once on their opening carry. Now 3rd down and 3. High snap. Overmeyer bounces through, hiding through Wolford, but the Winamac defense stands up tall, and they will force 4th down.
Cody Wheeler getting fired up right there, brings him down. Good tackle by him. He gets nice and low on that tackle. It's exactly what you got to do against Jaden Overmeyer, trying to stand Triton tall. See if they go for it here.
That's what it looks like. The offense is going to stay out there here. This could be a big pivotal moment early in the football game.
Big swing of momentum, whoever wins this play.
2 wide receivers stacked to the left. For Riffle, takes the snap. He's going to keep it, cuts it back inside. Riffle going to have 1 man to beat. Stiff arm, he's still on his feet. And the mailman delivers a first down after dropping his shoulder and taking it deep into Winamac territory.
Just great vision there by Gage. And that quarterback keeper will get another look at it. A little bit of a muddle right there. Can't quite see in the backfield, but just making people miss. Lowering that shoulder there at the end, delivering a big hit. He's a quarterback who's not afraid of contact at all, as we've seen him in that safety position as well.
So Triton using up over just about 3 minutes of offense here, converting on moving the chains twice here on this drive. 2 wide receivers again. Quick hitter to Gavin Riffle on the near side. Trying to lose Burgess, and he'll fall forward. He got a couple yards there on the play.
And good job there by Winamac to just float that football. He looked like he was trying to get to the outside. Looks like Cam kind of missed his block there a little bit. But that's okay. It's just next play mentality. And he's someone that's set a lot of great blocks here this season. So
then that Winamac defense with Cody Wheeler, Stonebreaker, Coe, and Shidler all on the line with Terry, Wolford, Cardenas, Rugg. Or Cardenas, and then 3 linebackers with Rugg, Taylor, Adriano, and Burgess all in the secondary. Going to go to Overmeyer. He's going to slip and go down. Nowhere to go was Jager Terry there to make sure he wasn't going to go anywhere.
Yeah, good job by him, but come up and set the edge, allow Jaden nowhere to go. It's a tough place to go. Tough thing to do is take any cutback away from Jaden Overmeyer.
And a loss of 5 on the play, so 3rd down and long here for the Trojans. Did not convert on their first 3rd down attempt, had to use the 4th down to get there. But still over 4 minutes of offense for the Trojans here on this drive. 8th play here now for Riffle on 3rd down. Got the roll left. Here comes the pressures. He gets blindside hit. A pass high to Caden Bradley. And Bradley's still on his feet. That frequency worked well for that young man. High points down. Had a big touchdown last week and a big catch here.
And a good job there by Gage to just dodge the pressure, takes a big hit as he unleashes that throw. Good high point there by Caden Bradley. Secure that catch and get a couple of yards after. But quickly brought down by the Winamac Warriors. As another 4th and down, it looks like they're staying again.
But a big catch there by Caden Bradley. Frequency was good there. He's going to split out right next to Ryder Gayhart. Now 4th down and 6. Here comes the pressure. Riffle slings it across, and it will fall as intended for Maddox Denny, and Triton will turn it over on downs.
Just, it's a good design. Allow that pressure to come, and Maddox Denny's got some size. Just post up there, try to catch it. Just a little off on the throw. Can't quite secure it. Winamac Warriors will take over. But here for Triton, you've seen that you could trot down the field, move the chains a little bit, but now you just got to answer. You go for it on 4th down, but you got to make sure your defense goes out there, gets another big stop.
Well, now it's a big opportunity for the Warriors. Okay, you stopped them on 4th down. I mean, they got the first one, but now guess what? We got a chance, and like this group can move the football.
And they already showed that they have the ability to go take a shot, and if that throws a little bit led a little better, that could be a touchdown.
Adriano out of the shotgun. Burgess on his right hip. Takes the snap, hands it off to Burgess. Burgess trying to follow through, but here comes Colton Reynolds. The torpedo at the point of attack allows a short gain.
Stands him up, gets in that backfield in a hurry. Maddox Denny stands tall on his block, fights off that, helps join Colton Reynolds on that tackle.
I'd say I love watching Colton Reynolds play middle linebacker. This kid will fire through. Like we call him the torpedo for a reason. You don't know he's there until he's there.
Yeah, you feel it in the morning. There's an explosion.
Adriano again, 2nd down and 9 after the 1-yard gain. Back, he's going to carry the quarterback. Keeper trying to go through, runs into his own lineman, and the Triton defense stands him up there. I believe he ran into Cody. No, he ran into, I believe, Aaron Harden, the left tackle.
He was met there by Vinny, Brady, and Colton. Now that's 3 guys that you were not getting past.
Oh, that's a tough group to even try to get past.
Yeah, that's a hard trifecta.
It's no gain on the play. 3rd down. Adriano again, 1 wide receiver split out right. Drops back to throw. Has a guy kind of over. He's going to go to Burgess and incomplete.
Gage doing a good job of reading that. Stays back a little bit. Lets the quarterback make that read and make the throw, and then he sees that quarterback's eyes. He's a quarterback himself. He knows the tendencies. Sees the quarterback start to set up in that thrown position, immediately plants his foot, makes a break on it, goes and gets it right as the ball gets there. Good coverage.
Now keep an eye here. Vinny Prater got through the last time. I thought he got a hand on the football. At least it sounded like it. It might have been something getting dropped up here. Triton again showing pressure. Adriano back to kick. Snap's good this time. Plenty of time. That one's going to push to the far sideline, drop about the 43. And it will fall, I believe, down. They're going to stop it at the Triton 38-yard lines where the offense heads back out.
Trojans do a good job of standing tall. You turn it over on downs, but then your defense makes some good stops right there. Forces Winamac to punt it away again.
You know, and coming off a 9-play drive with over 5 minutes of time on the clock, I mean, that's what we said. It's going to come down to time of possession, moving the chains, winning the battle up front. Triton did that on the last drive, didn't convert it into any points, but this time I think you want to see some points in this drive.
Exactly, yeah. That time of possession, even if no points got on the board, it still sends a message and tires out the Winamac defense.
And this defense, they show they can stand tall in moments. It's Tearson Wolford back to the middle linebacker spot. I like watching this kid play football. Overmeyer trying to find his way through the traffic. He'll get a nice gain there on 1st down.
Overmeyer with a carry, brought down by Taylor.
Another good run, just firing out low. Like we talked about in our pregame, Triton has to establish the run here. Pioneer did a good job of it as well, just running some little chip plays, just getting those chunks, grinding it out.
And you've seen that kind of open up those 2 passing plays. Like I said, Maddox Denny would have had that one if he could have got his hands on that one, but he did a nice job, had a good route. But that running game will open up the passing game. 2 wide receivers stacked in the backfield. Option play right, he's going to go to Ryder Gayhart. Gayhart looking downfield, makes one man miss. Here comes the second wave, and he is going to go backwards a few yards on the play. Made back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he had to do a lot of grinding to get it back there, so there was no loss. Immediately, a whole crowd of Winamac Warriors joining him.
So both sides running into third downs on their first 2 drives of the ball game.
Yeah, it's been a grind, and like we said, that John Harrell prediction, we think it'll be a lot closer than that, and it's showing so.
At least here early on. 2 wide receivers to the left and 2 to the right for Riffle with Overmeyer in the backfield. Third down and long. Slings it left. He's got Ryder Gayhart. Gayhart going to try to make a man miss. He's not going to have a lot of room to go, but Triton will get stopped again on third down. Nice job by the Winamac defense.
They're doing a good job of that gang tackling, everybody flowing to the football.
And they're a physical group. We said that in the pregame.
They always are. That's always the thing you take into Winamac. Whether they've got nothing else considered, you know they're going to be rough and tough. Oh.
And I don't want to hear it.
Getting a little mixed up here.
Long time going off the clock. 5 on the play clock. And Jaden Overmeyer is going to have to pick it up and try to run and turn something to go. Looks upfield. Overmeyer makes one man miss. And Winamac will get amazing starting field position here to start in the late goings of the first quarter.
And these are things I was looking at when watching film myself, was special teams is going to be something to look out at. Some of those big plays, and it's something that's a little underestimated, not talked about quite a bit, but things like that can really change the momentum of a football game.
And plus territory, I mean, this is a big spot for Winamac, okay? Hey, now this is 4 down territory for this group here. I mean, let's move the chains here. I mean, keep an eye on them through the air, but this is a group that can throw some misdirection. I think you're going to see something like that here.
Yeah, Trojan defense is going to have to stand tall. It's a sudden change right there.
Adriano under center. Wolford the back in the backfield is going to send Cardenas in motion. Goes to Wolford, and here comes that Triton defense. Brady Shue hanging on to him for the rest of the Triton defense to get there with Preston Brookins and Vinny Prater in on the tackle.
Yeah, you see Brady doing a good job of reading where the O-line is taking him and fighting against that down block to trip up the running back and allow the rest of the Trojans to come in and secure that tackle.
Caden Runk will run in the play for the Warriors. Of course, they're in their away white uniforms, maroon numbers, pants, and the helmets with the W on the side. Triton in their all blue home uniforms, blue helmets, white numbers outlined in gold. Adriano handing it back to Wolford. And again, that right there, I believe that was Dominic Bradley getting in there and on the tackle right away.
Good job by him. Then you'll see him come out. Maddox Denny comes back in. But, yeah, making a good play right there.
2-yard gain on the play. So 4 yards on those last 2 carries. This is going to be big. Like I said, it's 4 down territory now for the Warriors.
Yeah, this third down, getting it close. So allow you for 4th and short if it comes to that, if you don't convert it. Triton, you got to know that there's 2 more plays you got to get a stop.
Final minute of the first quarter as Winamac now driving in Triton territory. 1 wide receiver split all the way out right for Adriano. Play action fake. The quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to try to get the outside, and I think he's going to have a Winamac first down, and he does.
Adriano with the carry, Ripple with the tackle. First down, Warriors.
We'll get another replay of that. They've been handing it off to Wolford quite a bit, so quarterback keeper's pretty smart play right here. Triton gets caught sleeping on the outside. Gage eventually going to making that tackle, but not before they pick up that first down and move the chains.
Gain of 8 on the play, so first down and 10 from the Triton 14. Inside 40 seconds to go here before the end of the quarter. It's been a fast first quarter. Adriano back under center. Going to go right back to Wolford, and initially there on the play, Ryder Gayhart in on the tackle until everybody else could get there.
He was on that play in a hurry, read that like a book. Comes from a lot of time just studying the film, learning the team's tendencies. Makes a good stop right there.
And that's going to do it for the first quarter. We're all knotted up at 0 apiece. We'll take a break, be back here for the second quarter right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network. All right, second quarter about to get underway as a 0-0 tie will find it. Braden, this is something we kind of thought we'd see in this one with these two sides. You know, Triton there, a big miscue on this punting that really set up an opportunity for the Warriors, who are making the most of it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by the way this first quarter went. Just some back and forth 3-and-outs. Defense is standing tall. It's what we've seen from Triton, and we know that's what Winamac brings to the table. And yeah, just Winamac catching a huge break there with that bad snap, and Jaden Overmeyer unfortunately not able to run it and pick up that first down. So yeah, Winamac's got 4-down territory down here in the red zone.
We saw, you know, Overmeyer do that a couple times in that Bremen game a couple weeks ago. But unfortunately here, Winamac did a nice job covering that and pressuring all the way through.
Yeah, they saw that he's the one with the ball and the legs. So if it's a bad snap, he's going to take it and run it, and they knew that. So they went and got on him in a hurry.
2nd down and 11 from the Triton 15-yard line. 1 yard lost in the last play before the end of the quarter. Cardenas in motion, and Adriano's going to keep it. And here comes Colton Reynolds, and a nice job by Isaac Quintana, the Iceman, freezing the edge.
Yeah, Colton was chasing after that, and we got to be aware of those quarterback keepers, as it just worked really well for them last time. Fortunately, the replay, Caden wasn't quite set for that one.
So gain of 3 on the play, so 3rd down coming up.
Take another look at it here from the up top view. And yeah, Isaac Quintana just really standing tall, trying to fight against that block. He's got the whole world come at him with a couple big linemen. Stands tall and helps Colton bring him down.
The Iceman froze the edge. Well, it wasn't doing that. He wasn't cleaning anything on that one. Adriano under center. Going to drop back to throw. He's got Cardenas. That's where he goes with it. And Riffle breaks it down. Incomplete.
It looks like he took a big hit there. Take a look as he sets up. Not quite. But yeah, Gage is just continuing to be in good coverage. Make a play on the football. Pouncing on it as soon as he sees that quarterback set up to pass.
And that route was really opening up, but it was a nice job by that up there in the safety with Riffle to really kind of come down and break down on that.
Yeah, and Winamac throwing some good route combos at us to try to get some misdirection. Triton reading them well.
So 4th down and 8. This is a big spot for this Triton defense, a big spot for this offense. Burgess in the slot left for Adriano. He steps back to throw. He's going to sling it across middle, too far out in front of Cardenas. Turnover on downs.
And he had him open right there. That route scheme working well with 3 going out for a pass right there. Unfortunately, just a little off target. Not able to take advantage of that big miscue on punt.
So Triton will start from the 13. That's where the ball is spotted. Okay.
And you got to applaud the Triton defense right there, just standing tall. Things like that happen. Snap's not always there on special teams. Doing your job.
No, and Adriano, you can't hang your head there, man. I mean, there was a couple of good balls thrown, but Triton's defense stood tall. Overmeyer up the middle, fighting through the defense, and gets a nice gain on 1st down.
Overmeyer with the carry.
Triton's seen it. It's worked. Picking up a couple of yards, sending it that way. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep on trying. Let's see if they can fight through this 3-and-out that both teams have been going through.
So 2nd down and 6. Riffle out of the shotgun. Goes to Ryder Gahar. Look at the vision, trying to get upfield with not a lot of room to work, but a decent gain on 1st down makes it 3rd down and manageable.
Yeah, he saw the cutback lane and knew he could pick up at least a couple of yards for it, and that's what you want from a running back. Sometimes they get caught up with the fancy feet and trying to just go places, kick it out to the outside. Nothing wrong with just going up the middle, finding a little cutback route, and take those couple yards of play.
Gain of 3 on the play. It's 3rd down and 3 now. And that's what coaches preach. 3rd down, 4 yards of carry. 4 yards of play. Move the chains.
It wins football games if you can do it consistently.
Riffle slings it right. He's got Gavin Riffle trying to find upfield. He's going to be close. It's going to be close. I think it's 1st down.
Looks like it from where that. But, yeah, just good pitch and catch.
Oh, we're going to say 4th down.
Oh, he's close.
4th down.
Just under a 3-yard gain. See what they do here. Brings up 4th down. 4 yards. 4th down and 4. 4 yards. 4th down and 4. 4 yards. 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 and short for the Trojans.
You know, there's a lot of things you could do here.
Do you think they run the play?
I think go hard count. See if you can get them to bite. But again, Winamac could be expecting that. I mean, the hard count could work, but you also have a couple guys back here that can run. But that'll work too. The QB sneak by the mailman gets about 4 yards on the sneak.
It looks like they might have gone on like a quick count. Looked like not all the Warriors were set and ready for that play. Good job by them. Switch it up. Give it to Gage. Let him use his legs. Extend the drive.
That's a Limmer Oil first down, according to Jordan. So, again, that's Triton's third first down. First here since their first drive of the game, but not converting on third down, but finding a way yet again to convert on fourth down. 2 wide receivers to the left for Riffle. Going to keep it himself, trying to get outside. Slips as he was trying to cut back, and a flag on the play.
May have had a bit of a block in the back.
A hold on the Trojan. Oh, a block in the back.
Yep, you see it right there from Gavin Riffle. It's already away from the play. Those are those ones that you just got to let go. Once that runner's past you, your block behind them doesn't really help out. And those are those plays that can set you back on a drive.
Block in the back, Trojans.
So replay first down. Our first penalty of the game for either side.
It was a clean first quarter.
So 10-yard penalty there. We'll make it first down and 20 from their own 16. So Trojans now a little bit longer to work here on first down. Goes to Overmeyer, tries to bounce it outside. Look at Jaden Overmeyer using some nice, powerful running up the field he goes. Got a few of those yards back.
Yeah, it brings him close to where the line of scrimmage goes. Yeah, just coming out there and just making a lot of guys miss, fighting through those tackles. And that's why it takes a couple to bring him down. Got to hit him low, and or else he'll shed those off.
So gain of 7 on the play for Jaden. In the game last week, 183 yards on the ground. Week before that, 274 yards on the ground.
274.
Riffle back to throw, looking across the middle. Here comes the pressure. Now he's got a little bit of time. Here comes it again. He's going to sling it across. Too tall for Quintana, and that'll bring up third down.
It almost looks like he was going to take it and run it there for a second, just fighting away from pressure. Looks like he was going to take it. Then he sees Quintana there, post up. Just a little too tall.
You know, I kind of thought the moving the chains is going to be huge tonight. Triton 0 of 4 on their last few third down attempts, and Winamac 1 of 3.
Yeah, it's been a grind on both sides. Defense is really being the just show right here on both sides. Stopping them, setting them up on 3rd and long.
Triton will spread it out with 2 wide receivers stacked to the left. Riffle goes back to throw. Going to leave it up a 50-50 ball for Quintana, trying to beat the defense, overthrows him. And 4th down coming up.
You saw Quintana really try to turn on the Jets right there and race to it. Just barely out of reach. As Triton will not be able to convert on 3rd down.
Let's see if the Trojans can get a punt off here.
Yeah, this is a crucial snap you got to get off.
Overmeyer to kick. Rugg and Burgess back to return. I'm not going to push him back a little bit further. Low snap again for the Trojans. I'm going to say his knee was down, so that'll be it. Oh, they're going to put him right down. Winamac again with amazing field position.
Wow, and that's a huge play because that was a good punt right there. Had plenty of time to do it.
And this is back-to-back drives where the Warriors will start from 26 yards in.
Get another look at it, or you have the play before. It's all good. We're trying to get some technical difficulties figured out.
It's first down and 10 from the Triton 12-yard line. Adriano goes under center. Wolford in the backfield. Next to Burgess. They're going to go to Burgess. He's going to try to find his way through, and the Triton defense does a nice job on the edge again.
Burgess with the carry.
The D-line flowing well. Allows them to pick up a short gain, though.
And a timeout for the offense. They will use their first timeout. Well, I don't have any commercials to read off anymore because the fundraisers are done. But you look at this is a big opportunity for Winamac and what they're able to do right now. I mean, you're starting deep in Triton territory. You got to make a decision here. I mean, this group shows they can move the ball. We've seen Adriano take off and go, but a guy I think keep an eye on is Wolford here. I think this is give him the ball and see what he can do with it.
Yeah, they've been giving it to him, and he's picking up some gains, moving it a little bit, and you got to be proud of the Winamac defense for just forcing a team that's had some success, a lot of success, moving the chains, and they're stopping Triton from doing that right now. And then, yeah, with 2 big miscues on punt, with that one, the knee being down, not being NFL where he doesn't need the contact.
Yep.
See if they can answer. They've got a lot of momentum their way. Triton defense has been able to stand tall. See if they can do it again within the 10.
So both sides trot out there.
Thank you for sponsoring Triton Trojans football this year.
2nd down and 8 from the Triton 10-yard line. We'll see what Josh Burgess draws up here. Wolford, the lone back in the backfield. Adriano goes right to Wolford, and you look at the big man rumble, but there comes that Triton defense. Couldn't quite see who's at the bottom of the pile there, but it looked like Colton Reynolds was in on the tackle with a couple other Trojans.
Reynolds with the tackle.
And it's hard to find a tackle where Colton Reynolds is not involved in. He does a good job of just always flowing to the football, coming upfield. You see that ball snap, you got to be going forward as a middle linebacker, and he does that every time.
So 3rd down now. Winamac only moving the chains once in this first half. Pick up 1 first down. I have Taylor out here to the right. I'm going to put Rugg over there on the far side. And a stoppage here.
Maybe equipment.
Official, so it was official timeout. Now it looks like they're going to change up their offensive set because they're going to switch now. Cardenas and Rugg now will be the 2 wide receivers out here to the right. Adriano will work out of the shotgun. Now here comes the pressure. Slings it across in that. Oh, in and out of the hands. Burgess had 6 points in there, and their defense heard footsteps and dropped the football.
Huge play there by Gage. We see the pressure coming back in, nearly gets him, and then Gage just laying that huge hit. Crucial right there because he comes down with that football if that hit does not land.
Kind of bobbled it there just enough for Riffle, like I said, throwing that pressure really kind of made him think twice about catching that football.
Yeah, those are the ones that are tough there in the middle. When you know you have defenders coming and you're trying to brace for a hit while still catching the football, it's a tough place to be. Good defensive play there by the Trojans.
Trips right as 3 wide receivers stacked for Adriano. 4th down and 7. Takes the snap. Slings across the middle. Throws it behind Burgess. Incomplete and turnover on downs. Is that Riffle again on the hit?
Yeah. He's right in there, making some crucial stops there at the goal line.
But only a minute and a half taken off the clock there.
But another instance of just defense standing tall. They start in your own red zone, and you do not let them get in there. No points on the board. It's a huge stop right there.
So try in your last 2 drives. You started deep in your own territory. You got to do it again. Got to find a way to move the football here if you're the Trojans. Overmeyer trying to find some space to the right. Going to stop and go and gets brought down out of bounds by Adriano. Looks like a loss of 1 on the play.
And we'll see right here, Adriano and Terry doing a good job of just forcing Jaden to the edge. They flow to the football just shoulder to shoulder, not allowing him any cutback lanes. It's been tough here. Jaden has not had much room to work.
This high-octane Triton offense being silenced here in this first half.
See if they can find some gaps to slip through.
And working inside their own 10-yard line. Riffle again on the shotgun, going back to Overmeyer, trying to find some space. Overmeyer slinging his way through, and he'll get a nice gain there on second down. Third down coming up.
Just really trying to find their identity again. It's been a while since they've had that issue of moving down.
Gain of 7 on the carry. So third down and 4.
Looks like they gave him 6 then. Moved it back a little bit. Or was that the loss of 1?
It was loss of 1.
Yeah. That's my fault.
I thought the same thing until I wrote it down. 2 wide receivers to the left here on third down for Riffle. Slings it quickly. He's got Mad Dog Maddox Denny for a Triton first down.
That's a play that you saw had potential. Just Maddox Denny just post up right there. Unable to get it earlier, but now it works for them. Really just checks that defense. They're showing a lot of pressure against you. Shows we'll just throw it right over you. Got to make sure you stay in your spots on your keys.
And that play was there the last time Triton had a chance for their first drive. Nice job by Maddox Denny to get a hold of that one as Overmeyer gets the carry. Back up the field he goes. Overmeyer takes off. The Jet is free. 2 guys to beat, and they're in pursuit. The Jet takes off, and now he gets brought down from behind inside the 20-yard line. Triton winning a horse collar call. Big play there for the Trojans. Field flipper.
And there we see Jaden just getting room for cutback. Look, good little jump over the tackle right there. Jumps over Adriano. A good foot race. But yeah, Triton wanting that horse collar as he reaches up around that neck region. Gets away with one there. But a huge gain as Triton was able to just code the defense. Check them from giving all that pressure and then run it right at you again after trying to stop that pressure.
Yep, and that's where they're trying to say, looked like I got to hold the back of the pads as Triton was trying to plead their case. 1 wide receiver to the left for Riffle. Option play here now to the left side. He's going to give it to Overmeyer too far out front, but he picks it up off the one hop. Overmeyer finds the sideline. He's got a Triton touchdown.
And they get a little bit of luck there on that.
Sound the fireworks. Triton's in for 6.
Yeah, you see just bobbles that, but able to just bounce right perfectly into his hands, tiptoes the sideline. Some good blocks along the way. Gets in the end zone for 6. Like Brady Shue and Vinny Prater there on the left side of the screen at the beginning of that play. Some great blocks there to seal the edge.
So Cam Callahan to kick, Riffle to hold. Snaps down, plenty of time, kicks that one, end over end. That one's good for Cam Callahan. Now Triton gets on the board first. But so you look at that, it's a 5-play drive lasting just shy of 3 minutes on the clock. But that field flipper, Triton showing off that home run threat ability, but not being in a hurry if they're not getting those plays.
Yeah, you don't want to force it, and you just got to let it happen naturally and just let your talent just use that talent and make some big plays happen, and they do just that. With seeing a lot of Winamac pressure coming at them just up in the middle, showing that pressure from those linebackers, so then just taking that chance to just throw it to Maddox, really set them up to make them stand back on their heels a little bit, then go up that run right up the middle when they don't send that pressure, allows them to pick up a big gain.
Well, and you look at that and going back and kind of seeing, Riffle, that was the right read. I mean, the pitch was there just a little too far out in front, which he'll correct that. But Overmeyer, nice job by him not to panic. Same time, the second level blocking by the wide receivers, the specialists, again doing a nice job blocking on the outside.
Yeah, a good job by Jaden to just recognize that little bounce and just not to just hop on it and have the play dead. But, hey, if it bounces perfectly like that, you can just take it and catch. We run those turnover stations, and if you get a lucky bounce like that, you take it and run it. He did that, tiptoes the sideline well, puts him on the board.
So Franklin Sullivan to kick it again. Rugg and Burgess back to return. Sullivan gets the okay, and he'll trot his way and sends one right down the middle of the field. It'll bounce off the grass and it'll roll back. And, he's going to pick it up from his own one is Rugg. Here comes the Triton defense. Cummins falls down, and Rugg will get brought down there by Logan. I don't have a 73. That's Logan Collins, isn't it? Yeah, 73 is Logan Collins.
It was at 33, Lucas Nicely and Gavin Riffle. But yeah, great kick, end over end. Almost goes in for the touchback. He was waiting to see if it would, and it just stops right there at the 1. What more can you ask for? Good pursuit there by Trojans. You see Kyle slip, Then you see Gavin Riffle and Lucas, 73. Looks like Logan Collins probably.
Yep. So many changes in numbers that.
Yeah, they're fooling us. We've known him all the way up, freshman to senior as one.
So now they will start from their own 14-yard line. This is a big spot for either side as Adriano works out of the shotgun. 2 wide receivers stacked to the right. Goes to Wolford, trying to work it back to the far side of the field. Wolford with a head of steam and a nice carry on first down for Winamac.
Wolford with the carry, Callahan with the tackle.
And they do it. Good job of just running it right between that outside backer and the end of the line. Kick out Isaac Quintana. He holds his own on the edge, not allowing him to get towards the sideline. The rest of the Trojans got to make sure they're scraping to the football.
Inside 5 minutes to go before halftime, a 6 or 8 yard gain there by Wolford. Showing off, they get those blocking and get the edge sealed. This kid can get out. He's got great vision and can run the ball really well.
Yeah, both teams have that run potential, and both have to hit low to bring them down.
Burgess in the back of the I formation. Adriano, that's where he goes with the football to Burgess, and Triton's defense stands tall, but he's going to be marked just a hair shy of a first down.
Burgess with the carry, brought down by Gavin Riffle.
No, they give him the first down.
They did give it to him, okay.
That's enough for a Warrior first down.
Get a little extra shove. That's why if you see your running back there stopped up, you go push that pile, try to let him fall forward, pick up an extra yard or two. It might just move the chains.
So the second first down here picked up for the Warriors, trying to work themselves out of deep in their own territory. Adriano back under center. Goes to Wolford. Wolford trying to work it up the field, and again, another nice run on first down for the Warriors. I mean, it may not have worked real far, but the physicality on that run was huge.
Yeah, the line's been doing a good job of just firing out and just trying to get to somebody. Try to get to the man and move him. Your running backs will find a hole.
But Triton's front line doing a nice job. The linebackers doing also a good job. That secondary pursuit to the runner.
Yeah, it's like an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. 2 people just firing out.
Big Blue Wrecking Crew defense standing tall. Now it's second down and 8 for the Warriors. Cardenas in motion. Going to go with an option play. Adriano's going to elect to keep it. Gets brought down by Preston Brookins in there on the tackle.
And we'll see right here, Ryder Gayhart doing a good job of setting the edge and then just really getting on there, reaching out for that shoestring tackle, hold him up while the rest of your Trojans go bring him down.
Unfortunately, we have a Winamac player down on the field. So no gain on the carry. So there will be third down following this. Hope the player's all right. Never want to see injuries. But like we said earlier, this will be the last of a 2-game homestand for the Trojans as the student section takes a seat. Next week we'll be at North Judson. Then the week after that, Triton will be back here to host Caston. Then at Pioneer, and then the last game of the year will be hosting North Miami. It's hard to believe we are at the halfway point of the season already.
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been going by really fast these weeks.
And I guess they say time flies when you're having fun. Now Orion's got his headset on. I don't know if he's having fun over there or not.
Oh, it's always fun.
Well, hey, busy. They call it by fly by the seat of your pants broadcasting for nothing.
Well, we've had to use remote support more than I thought we would tonight.
Well, hey.
That's why he's there.
I didn't grow a third hand since last week either.
Well.
See if we can figure that out.
I could try. It's going to be even worse. Hey, you got to give me some props. I set up quite a bit of this tonight. I was doing things in VMix and GT. I was working pretty hard.
We need to get it set up so Kenny can remote into the computer and then he can.
Oh, well, how you gonna do that? Well, he could do that from the combine. Just depends if he's busy.
Well, he can do it from Florida. That's where he's at right now.
Well,
is that right?
So good to see Federer get to his feet and walk off under his own power. And, and then one of their 6 seniors, as Tim Stichter just pointed out moments ago. Triton with 12 on their side.
Big senior class for them.
So a reminder, at halftime, we will flip it over, so you don't have to worry about changing camera audio over there. I'll just flip to the microphone as we'll recognize some of our Triton youngsters, junior high and the youth level.
It's been a quick first half. I just realized 3 minutes left.
We'll get you down there.
I've
I've seen you run before. You'll be fine. Adriano out of the shotgun, looking left. Here comes the pressure. Colton Reynolds, the torpedo, strikes and flexes his way for a quarterback sack.
You see Cord Atkinson getting fired up there on the outside. You see Colton Reynolds just head of steam. Don't even have to point him out. You know where he's at.
Boy,
He's right there in the backfield.
Looked like Ray Lewis firing through there.
Yeah, he jumped that snap count really well, and that's what you're trying to do at middle linebacker. If you get that call to go on a blitz, as Triton takes a timeout. But yeah, like I was saying, that's what you try to do as a linebacker. You're trying to whistle for their.
He is fired up.
Oh,
My
yeah.
goodness.
The whole coaching staff letting him have it too, Cord. But yeah, you're just trying to settle in, hear their snap count. If they're not switching it up, you try to time it up, and as soon as they see that ball move, you're downhill in a hurry.
You know, and Colton Reynolds, this kid, you talk about a great attitude. Another guy that had to kind of work his way to a different position, playing offensive line. But middle linebacker, it doesn't get much better. No offense to my man to my right, who is also another fantastic middle linebacker. But at the same time, the way this kid flies to the ball, ever since this kid was a freshman, has been just an amazing piece out there. As a sophomore, really took that next step, and the torpedo has just continued to be destructive for this Big Blue Wrecking Crew defense.
And I mean, if I tell you a secret, my senior year, I was fighting to keep that spot every week because coaches were looking at me and they said, "Do you see this freshman right here? If you don't learn how to get off a block, I mean, he's going to take your spot there on Friday night." And I had to work my butt off to just keep that because he was trying to take my spot every night.
And I'm telling you, Braden Cunningham was one of the best. Was a very, very good middle linebacker. And Colton Reynolds, to see that as a middle linebacker, as an upperclassman, your legacy now out there on the field with a kid who took it to the next level. Colton Reynolds is about as good as it gets at middle linebacker.
Yeah, he's far outperformed anything I did at middle linebacker. I definitely preferred safety there my junior year.
So Triton here, a big spot defensively. Adriano sends it away. Ryder Gayhart takes it, tries to get upfield. He's got one block. Gayhart trying to find his way through the defense, and he's into Winamac territory. Down to looks like about the 38-yard line is where that offense will set up shop.
And Ryder Gayhart, I mean, good punt right there. Get some good distance. But Ryder Gayhart, when he just puts his foot in the ground, it's like he's gone 5 yards in a flash. Like he just plants right there. And before you know it, he's already run 10, 15 yards.
When he was a freshman, watching Ryder Gayhart, and when we were watching the scrims, I said, that kid's vision, oh my gosh, as a freshman.
Yeah, and
he's jumped off the page, and unfortunately he's kind of been stuck behind a crowded backfield. But this kid here, I'm telling you, is as electrifying as they come.
Yeah, he's got so much talent, and everybody, even if you don't know a lot about football, you can see that he's got some great ability running that.
So now 1st down and 10 from the Winamac 37-yard line for Riffle, and he goes right to Jaden Overmeyer, the big man trying to roll his way through, and about 2 to 3 yards there on the carry. Wolford in there on the tackle.
Some more good runs up the middle as they try to get set quick.
And a 2 on the play. Trying to get going here in a hurry. Overmeyer trying to find his way through. He'll put the stiff arm, and he will have a Triton 1st down. Move the chains, Jaden Overmeyer.
Sees a lot of space there on the outside. See Ryder Gayhart and Colton Reynolds, it looks like laying a good block right there. Pancake breakfast. Allows Jaden to get to the edge. It's what place he likes to be there on the outside the numbers. Get that speed.
Gain of 9 on the play.
Thank you, Lemler Oil, for every Triton Trojan 1st down.
Riffle out of the shotgun again for a clean set of downs as he goes to Overmeyer. Wolford wraps him up and brings him down. Short gain on the carry.
Triton's got to make sure to sustain their blocks. Wolford doing a good job of fighting off of that, secure that tackle.
Wolford doing a nice job. Let's talk about another good middle linebacker out there for the Warriors. Overmeyer trying to go through a little bit of a counter play, and the Warriors read it well. 3rd down coming up.
No fooling them. They saw that in a hurry. Sometimes that misdirection will get a team, but a well-disciplined one right there stands tall and gets a good stop.
Loss of a yard on the play.
Got this fly.
Yeah, I know, just showed up. Riffle out of the shotgun. Gonna roll right. Has time to throw. Flag on the plays. He throws it to the end zone. He's got Ryder Gayhart. It's a touchdown for now, but I think it's coming back. I think I'm going to have a holding call on the Trojan. I think it's coming back.
nonetheless, we got to give credit to this great throw while he's on the move.
And it's a hold on the Trojans, and then it's coming back.
Good catch, just right over 2 defenders. Secures it, unfortunately comes back.
They're just excited to fire him, Jordan.
I won't complain about more fireworks.
Yeah, they saw him in the
I
end
won't
zone. They're
complain.
like, oh, light it.
Like I said in the pregame, nothing fires you up and want to score a touchdown more than hearing those fireworks go off.
Even if they're false fireworks.
What's that?
There were false fireworks that time.
Well, it was just we were a little excited.
The fuse was already lit once they seen the flag.
Yeah, the fuse was lit. Didn't have to, there's no stopping it. Once you light it, there ain't no stopping it.
I don't know if they're watching the broadcast over there or not.
You cannot. Well, there's too much of a delay. Probably.
Well, yeah, that's true. It would be.
They'd be kicking it off by the time they'd read it. Screen pass goes to Overmeyer. He's got blockers in front of him. Overmeyer trying to cut it upfield. And he's going to have room. Cuts it back in play. Overmeyer's up and a Triton first down. What a play there. That's their first second third down conversion. Great job.
And yeah, you'll see just all the linemen go downfield, and you'll see Jaden Overmeyer just go just past the line of scrimmage or just at the line of scrimmage and post up. Throw it right over the defenders as they try to go get Gage. And he uses his legs. As we've seen, you see them let go. Gage throws it right over. And then you've got plenty of blocks downfield and a lot of green grass.
When Triton moving the sticks yet again. That's their 6th first down, second third down attempt. They're 2 for 7 in this first half, but that was a loud third down conversion.
Yeah, that was very huge, and it's been a completely different offense from the first quarter to now.
Third down and long. You're working. You're double your yardage after that holding play. But how you responded to that, for how that defense held their composure to get that, that's a big turning point here late in the first half.
Yeah, and to have a flag like that set you back, it's hard to battle back from when you put yourself against the chains. But they do set a good play right there, execute it well, and great play call there by Andy Barker.
You need to get going?
Oh, I can wait. I'm quick.
Okay.
I'll be quicker than some of my junior high kids.
All right. Well, we'll see how fast you are. I won't time you because apparently I can't figure that out. I got it out. It's out. So first down and 10, goal to go for the Trojans. Two wide receivers stacked to the left and to the right. Riffle takes the snap. Slings across the middle. He's got Caden Bradley. The frequency's good. CB5's in for 6.
They connected well for that one.
Now the fireworks will work.
Yep. It's a good post, just right up the middle. Perfect throw there by Gage. Caden just secures it, comes down with it. Put some more points on the board. See some great blocks. Gage has a nice, clean pocket. Got to applaud the O-line there for getting him in that one.
Back-to-back weeks for Caden Bradley. Finding pay dirt. Callahan's kick up, and it splits the uprights. Triton now leading 14-0 with 44 seconds to go here in the half. We joke, yes, it maybe his initials was CB for the CB radio and Caden Bradley, but showing off the frequency there, the good hands, reading what the quarterback wanted to go, and it was nice. It was an even better throw by Gage, by Riffle. Yeah,
just a good setup, pitch and throw, steps into it very well, nice and accurate, and again, got to applaud the line right there for a clean pocket. You see on that replay, just perfect. Can't ask for anything more. Offense really finding their rhythm again in this second quarter.
Surprised no one's chatted tonight. There's no comments.
You did.
I'm pretty sure they're on, but
you're sure you made it public.
There's 100. Last I checked, there was 175. We're up to 190 now.
Well, it's been a good one. You look at defensive battle. Winamac's kind of held their own, but Triton, with those 2 opportunities here in this second quarter, putting up 2 touchdowns. Triton now starting to find their footing on the offensive side. Winamac's going to have to answer here between this drive. Well, you only got 44 seconds, but because Triton gets the football to start the second half.
Yeah, but as Winamac, you got 2 timeouts. You got some chance, and they've shown that they can get some good pass schemes set up. So see if they take a home run play and punch it in there.
Sullivan's last kick died at the 1-yard line, setting a horrible field position for the Warriors on a return. Or about as bad as it gets if you don't want to be stuck there. That ball died at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
He's going to kick another one right down the middle, and Burgess is going to take it off the one hop from his own 16-yard line. Burgess with a head of steam gets brought down. In there on the tackle, Kyle Cummins.
Love to see him get involved. Puts a leg into it. See all the Trojans hustling down there. Yeah, gets it off that little hop. Good secure it. Looks like he might have a baseball background to the way he fielded that. And yeah, Kyle Cummins just coming downhill in a hurry.
From the 34-yard line is where they're going to set up here. 44 seconds. We'll see what they'll go with. They'll go the running game. Looks like they're going to bunch things up. Don't rule out a pass. Adriano, he can work outside too. Going to send Burgess in motion. Going to go with a sweep play to the left. And he'll go forward, and he will be nice gain on first down, but the clock will run as he did not get out of bounds.
Good trip up there by Preston Bookins, scraping there at the other middle linebacker spot. I know we say Colton Reynolds quite a bit, but you can't hate on him either. He goes and makes his plays, gets in there. Good trip up there, and yeah, and to keep him in bounds, to keep that clock running.
So 21 seconds on the play clock, 15 and counting on the game clock. They don't have to run the play, but it looks like they're going to. Cardenas goes in motion. Adriano up the middle to Tearson Wolford, and he'll go forward, and that's going to do it here for the first half. Triton will lead 14-0 on a pair of touchdowns here in the second quarter. Pair of touchdowns here in the second quarter. Overmeyer striking from 18 yards away after a 44-yard gain, setting that one up. And then as you saw just moments ago, a riffle to Caden Bradley 10-yard score leads us to a 14-0 halftime score. We will stay tuned. We are going to still have our Triton youngsters will be coming out on the field. We will turn over to PA announcer Jordan Ickes for that momentarily. And after that, we'll be back after halftime on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
We will have our junior high football and cheer recognition.
Tim, where are you grabbing all this from? You going on Twitter? You going on?
Tim's a master. All right, let's go, Ron. Let's go. This time we'd like to recognize our junior high cheerleaders and football team. Our cheerleaders are Casey Beatty, Addison Brunner, Ellery Everly, Constant Fetters, Sophia Hagg, Lexi Sellers, and Coach Hoffert. Thank you, cheerleaders. Next, we have our junior high football team, manager Hunter Krebaum, and our players Rowan Gayhart, Drew Barker, Channing Heckerman, Garrett Hunsberger, Lincoln Fear, Trevor Sell, Landon Bailey, Jackson Ritchie, Jaden Braden, Trey Fear, Chase Collins, Christopher Neer, Tucker Krebaum, Jace Fawcett, Maddox Wylakowski, Luke Johnson, Jonah Larison, Zane Cummins, Esley McIntosh, Jacob Crooks, Reed Eiseman, Jesse Crusoe, Levi Mundy, Xavier Chapman, Gavin Roberts. And the junior hires are coached by Aaron Haynes, Braden Cunningham, Cole Lunetta, Brandon Ritchie, and Dom Smith. Thank you, junior high football and cheer. Ladies and gentlemen, your future Triton Trojans.
The IHSAA Student Advisory Committee is a group of 9 junior and 9 senior student athletes from across Indiana, nominated by their principals, who serve as a liaison between the IHSAA and the student athlete community. The SAC provides input and feedback to the IHSAA on a wide range of issues related to high school athletics.
The SAC meets several times each year to receive hands-on leadership skills and to discuss issues related to high school athletics, including sportsmanship, safety, eligibility requirements, and the overall student-athlete experience. The committee also works to promote the values of high school athletics, such as teamwork, respect, and perseverance.
The SAC organizes and participates in various community service and leadership activities throughout the year within their home communities and as ambassadors during IHSAA state championship events, as well as planning and administering the annual Student Leadership Conference, where student athletes come from across the state to learn about leadership and teamwork.
The IHSAA Student Advisory Committee plays an important role in representing the voice of student athletes in Indiana and helps to ensure that high school athletics in the state remain focused on promoting the well-being and development of all participants.
Inspired by touch, by play, by listening and laughter. Inspired by family gatherings and one-on-one conversations. Inspired by long walks, long lives, and lives simply lived well. Inspired by compassion, by healing, by grace and strength. What inspires us at Franciscan Health is you. Franciscan Health, inspiring health.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, text OFFICIAL to 317-943-9030.
It's 2 p.m. Saturday afternoon. You have 2 choices. Option 1, take 2 nanoseconds to reach over and put on your seatbelt. Or option 2, decide it's too much work for a Saturday and don't put on your seatbelt. As the seatbelt alarm continues to sing the song of its people, you roll your eyes. You're just going down the block, you'll be fine. You take a turn to the left and that's when you see it.
Just wear your seatbelt. It's an easy way to save your own life. The Indiana Criminal Justice Institute wants to remind you that choices matter. Click it to live it.
Hello, I'm Brian Avery, Director of Champions Together for the Indiana High School Athletics Association. Champions Together is a program that partners the IHSAA and Special Olympics Indiana. It is designed to provide opportunities for students with and without intellectual disabilities to participate together on fields of play and in other activities throughout the year. Unified sports, an important part of Champions Together, allows students who might not otherwise have the opportunity a chance to represent their school in interscholastic sport and compete for an IHSAA state championship Unified sports currently exist in roughly 1/3 of IHSAA member schools, and that number is growing. For over 10 years, Champions Together and Unified Sports have helped promote relationships between students with and without intellectual disabilities, increase graduation rates and school attendance, and improve the culture within our schools. To learn more about what is happening in the inclusion revolution, visit ihsaa.org.
Hi, I'm Trip Lukemeyer, Director of the IHSAA Foundation. Each year, over 160,000 student athletes compete in high school athletics within our state, learning the value of hard work, persistence, and integrity. The IHSAA Foundation works to empower and support this next generation of leaders through scholarships, leadership development, and sharing the benefits of education-based athletics. To learn more about our mission and how you can help high school athletics make a difference, visit ihsaafoundation.org.
I'm Dwight Freeney, and my friend Eli is alive today because someone said yes to organ donation. When Eli was 12 years old, he received a liver transplant that saved his life because someone just like you said yes to organ donation. Say yes to being an organ donor next time you're at the BMV and give someone in need a second chance.
Like me.
In addition to Pacers basketball, my family's a big fan of two things: rescue dogs and great Connecticut water. So when we adopted Walter to join Bailey, he too gets his bowl of water right from our Connecticut K5 drinking water station. We take our water quality seriously, which is why we also have a whole home water treatment system. Improve your water like we do. Visit ConnecticutIndy.com for your free in-home water test. Connecticut, official sponsor of the Indiana Pacers.
Hi, I'm Trip Lukemeyer, Director of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
Hey, Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
The goal isn't graduation day. It's a better every day after. It's the first day in your new career, your first pay raise, the 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family, or the day of your last car loan payment, much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree, we care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig, and talking about all things IHSAA related. Paul, thanks for being with me. You and your colleagues are very busy. It's that time of year where you're annually in the fall on the road talking with athletic directors and finding out what's going on with the membership. How has that project gone so far?
It's gone great. It's really good for us to get out of the office and go to where our schools are at. We were in Plymouth, Indiana, and met with probably about 75 school principals and athletic directors, and had about another 75 at our meeting in Lowell, Indiana. And we kind of go over what's gone on within the association over the past year. And we really talk about everything from student leadership. A lot of our principals bring students to these meetings, and we have a session just for student development and working on some leadership traits. Talk to our champions together and officials, and topic that's on everybody's mind these days, the athletic transfers. And so there's just a whole host of things that we go over in this meeting. But we also want to listen, having the opportunity to listen to our schools and understand what they need from us helps us also.
I think it's interesting, too, that when you mentioned the one thing that's on the minds of a lot of people is this transfer situation. And, you've been involved in this for quite a while. And transfers, there have been transfers from day one, and now there's a more clear-cut way of doing it.
Yeah, there is. I mean, we changed some bylaws last year. But, everybody thinks we've been kind of absent of change. And, since 2012, we've had 32 changes to our transfer rules. And so we've always tried to evolve and adjust, but still protect, students' ability to participate. Our concern is not only students that transfer, 92%, almost 93% receive full eligibility when we do over 3,000 transfers annually. But, we're also worried about the students who may get displaced by somebody transferring for solely athletic reasons. So we have to keep every student in mind, even ones that are not involved in the transfer process.
Well, you have transfers, you have NIL, you have this is a challenging time to be involved in high school sports in our state.
Things continually change, and we look at the youth sport explosion on the front side of high school participation and understand that that's not about education first. And then I think it's hard-pressed to say that the collegiate atmosphere today is not about education first. I jokingly tell the membership, I can't remember the last time I turned on a broadcast and heard somebody celebrate the graduation rate of their athletes, which tells me that the academic focus has left a lot of universities.
The cynic in me would say it's now become what everyone knew it was, but never really talked about it directly, and that it had become a highly commercialized and almost professional type of environment. But that's for another topic. All right, we are at the point in the athletic year. You have 2 weeks until golf. Is that right? Am I reading that right? 2 weeks until girls golf?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they're in their final matches of the regular season, and tournaments will begin in 2 weeks. And it's amazing how we get to this point every year. Shortly after that, everything else we offer will begin. And I know you and I talked about it earlier, but every sport is really past or almost past the halfway point of their season. It's just amazing how fast that point of the season gets here.
Speaking of how fast it goes, we're coming up on week number 4 of the high school football season, so I think that underscores it better than anything.
That's exactly right, Coach. We talk about football a little bit every week, and it's amazing that we're sitting here with week 4, and tomorrow we'll cross over the halfway, or not next week, we'll cross over the halfway mark, and it's just amazing. And teams are still figuring some thing out. We have some teams that are having the season that they expected to have, but it's what coaches do. It's help student athletes learn through sometimes adversity, but they also have to learn through success.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA. It's Paul Neidig. Commissioner, thanks so much for your time. Have a fantastic week. Be safe on the highways.
Thanks, Coach. We'll listen to you on the radio on Friday and Saturday night.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Trojan Tundra. I'm Andy O'Hara. With me here tonight is the coach, Braden Cunningham. Kenny Barnhart's on remote support. Caden's running our sideline camera for us tonight, and as always, the Hall of Famer O'Reilly. They're here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network, broadcasting live on YouTube and the IHSA Champions Network. A little bit of first half stats here tonight. Gage Riffle was 7 of 10 with 52 yards to the air and a touchdown to Caden Bradley, who has 2 catches for 17 yards. Jaden Overmeyer, 14 carries for 122 yards and a touchdown, averaging 8 yards a carry. Riffle the same, 2 carries, 16 yards, averaging 8 yards a carry as well. Of course, that long is 44 yards there in that first half. And Overmeyer with the longest catch of the day with 23 yards. You saw on that screenplay about picking up a big third down. Maddox Denny with a catch for 6 yards. Gavin Riffle with 2 catches for 4. And Ryder Gayhart 1 catch for 2 yards. Leading the way in the defensive department for the Trojans. 5 tackles for Colton Reynolds and a sack. 4 for Gavin Riffle. 3 tackles for Vinny Prater and Preston Brookins. And Maddox Denny, Gage Riffle both with 2 tackles apiece as well. You look at that group, on third down was not pretty in that first half, but at the same time found their groove there late there in that second quarter.
Yeah, it took the offense a little while to get going. It was definitely a defensive battle, especially in that first quarter, just back-to-back 3-and-outs from both sides of the field. But, yeah, Triton found their rhythm a little bit there in the second quarter, had some big plays happen and some good play calling and fighting through the adversity and managed to put some points on the board.
Well, Triton will start with the football here in the second half. And, Winamac did some nice things. Yes, unfortunately for them, they got 2 drives there with great starting field position, but that Triton defense really stepped up in a big spot there. But at the same time, not great starting field position the last couple times, pinned deep in their own and then kind of in their own territory, not really moving the football well. Triton really winning that time of possession battle, which we said was going to be huge, and converting them there into 6 first downs. They were 2 of 7 on third down.
Yeah, I bet Cord Atkinson has to be very happy with the way the defense came out and stood tall after, you're in your own red zone with those punts both times, and Winamac just not able to answer and put some points on the board. They're going to have to make sure to capitalize on any more turnovers for this second half.
So Triton will work right to left on your screen here in the start the third quarter. Our student section all dressed up and hanging out down there tonight. Of course, if you're Winamac, a lot of things you want to see. This is a group you kind of want to see them kind of put things together. Because you saw guys like, Adriano. You want on or off?
On.
Well, I had it on.
Oh.
You're swinging me, turn it off.
Oh.
But you got guys like Adriano, Tearson Wolford, Cardenas. We haven't really heard his name a lot here tonight. Burgess making a couple plays. He had that touchdown, but Riffle had a nice stop there where he knocked it away. Winamac proving they can move the football, but they're going to they have an uphill climb here in the second half.
Yeah, and they haven't looked bad setting up in those pass schemes, getting behind some of the Trojan defenders in the secondary and getting it there. But, yeah, Gage lane some big hits crucial to keep them out of the end zone.
Kind of a chop kick here the near side. Lucas Knightley going to bobble, but it's going to kick it out of bounds. And they'll start from their own. They're going to set him at the 40. That's where the official's standing currently. So they will start from their own 40-yard lines where that Triton offense will head out there.
They catch a bit of a break there. Winamac trying to kick it to an open spot and get down there. Lucas Knightley does a good job of trying to come up at it. But, yeah, if that takes a bad bounce and stays in bounds, that's Winamac Warriors ball.
Set at the 40-yard line. First and 10.
So first down and 10 for the Trojans. Longest play drive was 9 plays in that first half. That was the first drive of the ball game. They were 2 of 3 on fourth down. 2 penalties there in that first half. The only 2 penalties of the ball game. Riffle starts out of the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the left. Hands it to Overmeyer, the bell cow, working his way through and stopped for a 1-yard gain on the play. Good job by the Winamac front line to hold him there.
Yeah, they know it's been going to his hands quite a bit in that first half, and just knowing they got to make sure to stop him, cannot let those big breakaway runs, cannot give him the cutback lanes. Everybody's got to be flown to the football well. Defensive line, got to make sure you're fighting off that down block, and they did a good job there, letting the linebackers and the rest of the crew stop him up.
Do the timeouts reset?
They should.
Okay. They're not.
Just got to let Tim know. 3 wide receivers stacked to the left, 1 to the right, 1 to the left, and a flag on the play. We're going to get a penalty on the Trojans here, not quite set. So a false start on the offense. Moving back 5 yards.
Saw a couple of them out wide there trying to check with the refs, getting set in place. Yeah, still moving. Puts him back 5. That's where as receivers, you got to make sure you're rushing out there, get to your spot in a hurry, try to get set. And then quarterback, you got to be looking around both sides, especially out wide. Not just those men in front of you, make sure everybody's set.
Second down and 14 now. Winamac showing blitz. Riffle slings across the middle. He had Quintana, but had to throw through traffic. Incomplete.
There's a couple of people around there, but yeah, good pressure by Winamac. Getting there quickly. Gage not able to connect on that one.
Kind of a tough pass to throw there in traffic. There was a lot of bodies in there, and it was just a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, even Isaac Quintana had to get around the ref a little bit.
But good job by Winamac to kind of clog up those passing lanes, really disruptive. They brought a lot of guys there on that blitz there to try to rush the passer. It was a good job defensively for the Warriors.
Yeah, try to go stop it, and then still being aware of those screen passes.
2 wide receiver split. Tipped. They're intercepted by the Warriors. As it was tipped there, and it was intercepted by Hayden Taylor.
It looks like Wolford was the one there. Yeah, that middle linebacker spot. Reads the quarterback's eyes very well. Tips it up to his own man. And they get a key takeaway here. And just like I talked about before this second half started, was Winamac's going to have to be able to capitalize on any potential turnovers. This is something they're going to have to try to take advantage of here.
And great starting from field position right at midfield. For the Warriors, I mean, first offensive series defensively, couldn't gone any better.
Yeah, not at all. And then being able to get some better starting field position.
Now 2 wide receivers stacked as Adriano out of the shotgun here on first down. Goes to Wolford, trying to work up the far side. He's got a seam. Wolford drops his shoulder, and a big gain for Winamac on first down, a gain of 11.
You see that opposing crowd getting fired up. So he just goes downhill in a hurry, gets through some blocks. See a missed tackle there. And then finally brought down by Preston Brookins. With a good pursuit there. Could have been a lot more. Yeah, starting off, just moving those chains well. That's what they got to continue to do.
Go with a little bit of a bunch formation there in the front. They like to run after the quarterback keeper on this one. That's what they're going to do, right to Adriano up the middle, and the Triton defense read it and stopped him for no gain on the play.
Taking a little bit. A wall of Trojans for sure, Jordan.
Big blue wrecking crew again, read it well. I mean, like I said, he kind of saw them kind of run that play there against, I believe they ran it against Culver, I saw as well. Kind of, they load up. I mean, it was very effective against Culver. I mean, they can move guys through. I like that play design for Winamac.
Yeah, it's got a lot of people to just push people around, but Triton standing tall and reading it well.
2 wide receivers to the right for Adriano, second down and 10. Back to Wolford to the far side, trying to run off the left tackle, and he will get brought down. Colt Reynolds on the tackle.
Our middle backers continue to scrape well for the Trojan defense, but they're on that front line, and outside backers, we got to make sure we're setting the edge. Cannot allow the Warriors to get out to the edge and get those big plus yards plays.
So big third down here for the Warriors here early in this third quarter.
It's a big stop here for the Trojans, try to stop that momentum that the Winamac Warriors have built up so far.
Rugg gets set here on the near side, stacked with Burgess in the slot. Adriano with the snap, slings it to the right side, low pass. I believe Ruggs catches it, and I think he's going to be there. They're going to give it to him here. He's going to be short. And it is first down.
Yep, good job there by him to just reach down, secure it, get your hands under it, pull it back up to your chest. Good catch. It's not an easy one on the move. He makes it look that way, though.
And that's one thing with Adriano, the way he can go and move. We say he played baseball. That kid can really throw the rock really well.
Yeah, and being that multi-sport athlete gives you a lot of different ability.
Big frame, knows how to throw the football well. As Burgess in motion, going to go to Wolford up the middle, a little misdirection. And Triton stops him, but a nice 8-yard gain there on first down.
It's a good second effort at the end of the play, but for the Trojans, you cannot lose the battle of the trenches there at the front line, just getting driven back into your linebackers. It's hard for them to flow anywhere when they can't see. Got to make sure we're set and firing out.
And you talk about a clock that's ran all night. I mean, this, again, we're flying through this third quarter, these first two series. Again, moving the ball well on. I mean, this is what Winamac's capable of doing, moving those chains.
Yeah, it's been a lot of on the ground.
Right now, winning the battle of possession here in the second half. Goes to Cardenas on the outside. He's got a good blocker in front. It cuts upfield. He's got a first down and more, and Winamac is driving inside the red zone.
And a crucial block there, Ethan Burgess just kicking out Isaac Quintana, allowing that cutback lane inside, and a couple missed tackles finally brought down there by Ryder Gayhart. But, yeah, they're doing a good job of just catching the Trojans off guard, getting that edge especially. Triton got to make sure they start securing that.
First down and goal to go. 8 yards away from pay dirt. Winamac knocking on the door. Wolford in the backfield. No one split out wide for Adriano under center. Back to the big man. Wolford trying to push the pile. And Triton will stop him there. Don't know if he quite gets to the 5. Oh, he did get to the 5.
Yep, picks up a couple.
3 yards on the carry.
Charlie Worsham with the tackle.
And here you feel, Trojan defense, you feel that end zone right on your heels. Got to just keep firing out as hard as possible as you see Brady Shue check back in. Try to stop them from running down the middle.
Triton did well in the red zone last time, but Winamac with a lot of momentum here on this play. 8th play of the drive for Adriano and his Warriors. Hands it back to Wolford, and Triton going to stop him. Colton Reynolds initially through the line first. Stops him there, 3rd down and goal.
And that's a huge stop right there to push them back a little bit. Just sending a little pressure up the middle. Send the torpedo right through. Does a great job of stuffing that up, clogging the holes that your D-line doesn't fill.
I mean, it's over almost 5 minutes here on this drive for the Warriors here.
Yeah, they've had it for quite a while.
Possession, moving the ball. Patient here, 3rd down and 5. Adriano gets set, does a check. Triton showing pressure. Adriano's going to keep it. He's got a naked bootleg. He's going to get stopped short of the goal. I think he's going to be about a yard shy of a touchdown.
As you see here, it looks like it's going up the middle and then just goes outside. Isaac Quintana caught a little off guard right there, trying to help in the middle.
Nice job by Gavin Riffle to get in there to make the play.
Yeah, huge pursuit here. We'll see another angle of it. Yeah, just go flow to the football, get nice and low, bring him down, keep him out of that end zone. Good hit right there.
4th down and goal. Big spot here. Look for the quarterback sneak or Wolford up the gut. Triton really kind of crowd in the middle there. Adriano trying to punch it in from a yard away. I think to the Trojan. Did he get in? No signal. Touchdown, Winamac.
See a helmet off. Adriano's helmet got knocked off there. You saw the whole world showing that middle quarterback keeper. Triton doing everything they can to stop him. And it was really close, but a great second effort.
So Winamac getting on the board. Great drive there. That's a 10-play drive lasting over 6 minutes of time on the clock.
Yeah, and just really coming out and answering from that first half effort. Offense having some trouble a little bit, moving the ball. Both defenses doing so well. But here, their offense found some bit as that takeaway. And like I said, they had to take advantage of those turnovers, and they did just that.
Ulrich to kick. Parker Abbott to hold. And a flag on the play. I think the Trojans might be on them. I don't know. We're counting now. Illegal substitution on the Warriors is the call.
Someone comes off.
So that'll move them back. So Ulrich will move back to kick.
You almost wonder if that's because Adriano had come out because his helmet came off. Tried to send another person in there. A little confusion.
So that'll move it back. It'll be about a 25-yard attempt here. Ulrich. His snap is popped around. Isaac Quintana picks it up, and the Iceman. He can keep running, I believe. The official going to blow the play dead. No, you can't. This is not. Never mind. Never mind. I got excited for nothing. But a big punt block there, but Quintana coming up big. Cleaning up there, Q-tip again.
Yeah, I was unsure of that rule at the high school level.
That's where I was like, hang on a minute.
I got so excited I didn't mark it for replay.
Jordan giving some clarifier over there. Nonetheless, a good stop to just keep an extra point off the board.
But same time, Winamac had an excellent drive. 10 plays, 6 minutes of time off the clock, and punching it in. You get points on there. Yeah, you're still down a 2-point conversion, shy of tying this ball game.
Yeah, they drove the ball down well against a Trojan defense that started a great first half, stopping them in the red zone multiple times and in rough field position. But, yeah, Warriors figuring it out there. Great pep talk speech in the halftime locker room, I imagine.
And this will be a big spot here for Triton. I mean, if you get a hold of the ball here, moving it on offense, how do you respond after that interception?
Yeah, you just got to let your head know that you played some good football in that first half and just try to repeat that in that second quarter.
Ulrich to send it away. 3 guys back deep. To returner, Gayhart, Bradley, and Gavin Riffle. Ulrich gets the okay. Trotz sends that one here to the near side. Gavin Riffle going to let it bounce off. It goes behind. He picks it up at the 15. Going to try to work upfield and get to the 20. He will get there. Maybe to the 21 is where that Triton offense will head out.
And special teams has been something that's not always a for sure. As those balls get kicked in some rough positions, not always the easiest to field, especially when you have 11 guys coming downfield at you in a hurry. But, yeah, if you're the Winamac defense here, you get a big stop, cause Triton offense to go 3 and out. You get the ball back in your hands. You've got a lot of momentum going your way.
Big spot. We'll see what happens here. First down and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Offensive line trots their way. Cam Callahan, the wideout, split out left. 3 down linemen for the Warriors. Goes to Overmeyer on the handoff, trying to work his way through, trying to fight through, and Winamac with some nice gang tackling allows a short gain there on first down.
Yeah, flowing back to the football well. Adriano helping up on that one.
Gain of 4, second down and 6 for the Trojans.
Gain of 4 in the play. So, I mean, a productive first down. The Triton, big thing is don't panic, run some clock here and try to possess that football.
Yeah, you've held a lot of the ball time of possession and just trotting it down, getting your run in. Continue to do that same thing. Do not let that interception rush you.
Cam Callahan at the top of your screen. So go back to Overmeyer. Has an empty look here on the near side. Trying to get past Adriano. Tiptoes and a Triton first down.
It takes out Coach Ritchie. Adriano rolling into the sideline. Takes out one of my helping assistant coaches.
Having all sorts of problems.
He's all right.
All right, first down and 10 now from the 32 after the Overmeyer first down carry. Ryder Gayhart kind of offset backfield for the Trojans, and Triton will move. Miscommunication and move it 5 yards back.
Yeah, you saw Ryder just trying to stay back on those heels and falls right forward. A little miscommunication on what the snap count was there.
So now first down and 15. That's Triton's 4th penalty of the ball game. 3 in the last 2 weeks in each game.
And it's hard to set yourself against the sticks right away. Hopefully they come out here with a good first down.
Riffle, the hard count, gives it to Overmeyer, trying to work his way through, following his blockers, gets tripped up.
Yeah, Vinny and Ryder Gayhart setting some great lead blocks right there for Jaden to run right behind. Picks up a good gain, gets him back into close to where they started, past where they started a little bit.
So gain of 8 on the play. So now be at the Triton 39-yard line is where they will go to work. Back to an offset backfield. Goes to Overmeyer, cutting upfield, trying to follow his blockers, and Winamac again, good open field tackling, brings up third down.
Yeah, it's something we saw a lot of from Winamac defense, doing a great job of just, flowing, hitting low, get that shoulder on their near hip, take him down. Not a lot of missed tackles here tonight. Except when Jaden gets that nasty stiff arm out.
Looks like a third down and a long 5. Back to Overmeyer, trying to keep it on the ground. Overmeyer trying to cut up field, gets brought down hard by Adriano. Kind of lost his footing.
Yeah, good to see he's okay there. Those can be scary when you lose your footing and take a hard hit. Tough kid gets up.
And they're going to keep the offense out there. 4th down and 3. Gain of 2. Triton was 2 for 3 in the first half.
Could be a big stop here.
This could be big right here. Back to Overmeyer, trying to get outside. He's got a few yards to go. He'll cut upfield. Overmeyer, he's got his feet. Wolford in pursuit, drags him down, and a Triton first down. And a late flag on the play by the near side official.
May potentially be getting that horse collar they wanted earlier. Gets a little stutter step out to the outside. Even when you think you can't take it to the outside, Jaden Overmeyer finds a way. And, you see that hand up there around the collar.
So horse collar tackle called on the Warriors.
See another look at it from up here. Good use of the legs, and looks like they were about to stop him there for a big 4th down stop, but just manages to make a couple defenders miss. And then, picking up some extra.
And that'll add 10 yards at the end of the run. So Triton now in the red zone, just outside of it rather. So 15-yard penalty.
That's a huge flip. Going from a 4th down stop, you get the ball to a big extra penalty after a big run. See if they can stand tall. Winamac Warriors try to stop them here.
1st down and 10 now from the Winamac 21. High snap, corrals it, gives it back to Overmeyer. Hop step on the way through, and a short gain. It'll get brought down to the Wolford again.
Yeah,
backing up the tackles tonight.
Yeah, he's been causing a lot of ruckus there on defense, and even back there on offense, running the football a lot. Leaving it all out there on the field from him.
4-yard gain on the play. A little over, almost about 3 minutes of offense here. 2 minutes to go in the third.
Ticking away.
Riffle out of the shotgun, takes the snap, bobbled it, hand is off to Overmeyer, tries to go through. Brought down there by Hayden Taylor on the tackle.
Yeah, and having some trouble there with the handoff. Almost bounces off of Gage's chest plate right into the hands of Jaden for the handoff. Works in their favor. Picks up a good gain.
3rd down and 3 for the Trojans.
So 3rd down and 3. Triton has not been great on 3rd down here tonight. Back to Overmeyer, and he will get brought down immediately.
By Michael Shidler, 28.
Shidler.
Overmeyer, brought down by Michael Shidler.
Pretty sure it's Shidler.
Yeah, good job of them to see a lot of runs coming from Triton. D-line goes, fires out tall, fights against that down block, and the middle linebackers going scraping well, reading those extra gaps.
4th down and 4, 50 seconds and counting here in this third quarter. Back to Overmeyer, trying to find a seam upfield, bounces outside, he'll dance, and Triton will not convert on downs. Turnover on downs, Winamac gets the football. Big stop for the Warriors.
Overmeyer brought down short of the first.
And even though Triton trotted down quite a ways, Winamac's still not letting up. You see some big plays happen, you have a flag and puts them into your territory. Don't let that phase you. Continue to stand tall, stop them. Causes a 4 and out.
So now they'll start from their own 15-yard line. If you're the Triton defense, yes, you drove the ball downfield. Now they're deep in their own territory. You got to make a stop because Winamac has all that momentum here in the second half.
Yeah, their offense got rolling in that start of this quarter.
Brady Shue, a late substitution down there on the line. Adriano, 2 wide receivers stacked to the right. He gives it back to Wolford, who runs the opposite direction off the left tackle, and tackled there by Quintana and Colton Reynolds.
Wolford with the carry brought down by Reynolds and Quintana.
Vinny helping up Preston as he was there laying that first hit. Holds him up for the rest of the crew.
And I think that's going to do it here for the third quarter. After that 5-yard game, we'll take a break. Be back here for the fourth quarter right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network. All right, fourth quarter about to get underway here. These two sides, you look at what this group here did. I mean, like I said, Winamac with a lot of that momentum, that big play, that one drive there lasting over 6 minutes and scoring a touchdown. Triton just had a nice long run of their own, an 11-play drive with about 4 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock. Still a long drive, but no points at the end of it. Their defense is going to have to stand up big here on this drive by Winamac.
Yeah, they got to steal the momentum back in their favor. See the student section trying to get rowdy, and fans, they've been loud here tonight, trying to keep that energy going.
Trying to get the drone back off the field there, fellas.
But yeah, nonetheless, like you mentioned, a huge possession here for the Warriors. See if they can try it downfield again, or see if Trojans will stand tall and stop them.
So 2nd down and 5. Wolford had a nice 5-yard run there to end the third quarter. Fourth quarter underway, 1-score game. Adriano with 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He goes back to throw. Slings it down the middle. He's got Cardenas. Cardenas brought down by Caden Bradley. A big first down for the Warriors. Flag on the play over here on the near side, though. The near side official did throw a flag. We'll see a late flag on the play.
See what we catch here as we get another look at it.
A holding call on the Warriors will move it back. So Triton gets a big break there.
Yeah, the Warriors have shown that they have that ability to throw and catch very well. The route schemes have been on point, able to get a lot of separation. Sometimes this not quite great timing between the quarterback and the receiver, but there they found it. But Triton, yeah, getting a huge break there.
So that'll move them back 10 yards on the holding call.
Hopefully it's a wake-up crew there for that Trojan secondary.
Because right there, like I said, I mean, Cardenas, watching him on film, this kid's fast and shifty. I was kind of waiting for them to kind of use him. And then since they've started using him, big things have been starting to happen.
Yeah, some yards after catch there for sure. He's got a lot of speed for it, and he was just wide open. Good find there by Adriano.
2nd down and 15 after the penalty. I formation in the backfield for Adriano. Gives it to Burgess, brought down by Isaac Quintana. And they're on the tackle.
And there at that position at outside backer, you see it's not coming your way, so then you can scrape along the line of scrimmage. Once it crosses it, goes and finds him and lays a nice clean hit.
Cardenas on the carry, Quintana on the tackle.
Isaac Quintana, nice full body tackle there. Good form tackle.
It's a tough position to play outside backer. You have to support the run, the short pass, the long pass. You have to be moving everywhere.
Big responsibility down there. So it's 3rd down and 12 for the Warriors. Adriano awaits the snap. He goes back to throw. Here comes the pressure. Kyle Cummins, the Freightliner, trying to get there, and the Freightliner brings him down. Kyle Cummins.
Gets there in a hurry. We see that pressure here on this side gets to him. Gets off his block. He's got a full head of steam coming downfield as Adriano's trying to post up and throw it. But then good recognition by him. He sees that pressure coming, tucks away the football to not allow a turnover.
Kyle Cummins, what a play by him. You talk about hustle. That kid, that pursuit sack there as Adriano getting outside, looking downfield. What a play by him.
As they're also taking a look at him because that was a big hit right there.
He's a little bit shaken up there on the play. Hope he's all right.
Fourth down for the Warriors.
That was a big bring. I mean, like I said, Kyle Cummins was a good sack, but a violent hit on the quarterback. So that'll force the Warriors to punt. About 3 minutes of time off the clock. Going back into that third quarter, 35 seconds left. So long conversation here. Caden Bradley going to rotate in.
Still getting it.
Still trying to get looked out here. I think they're trying to get the athletic trainers to take a look at him. Yeah, they're waiting on a trailer. I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to stop play. Hopefully Adriano's okay. Really, like I said, a hard hit.
Is he on the field?
Yeah, he's going. No, he's over on the sideline. They're trying to get. As Eric Callahan makes his way across.
Oh, he's up.
I said, hope he's all right. Really shaken up after that play.
Crucial part of this team. They'll be missing him.
Yeah, I mean that's a big hurt for Winamac. So now they'll be forced to punt. I believe standing in his own end zone. I can't tell if that's Abbott or I think it's Abbott. And it is a line drive kick, low kick, bounces off the grass and will die down at the Winamac 43-yard line. Is where that Triton offense will head out. Again, hope Adriano's okay. Big guy, like I said, and a big part of what this team does.
He's out there on both sides of the football. They're at linebacker and quarterback.
Maybe they can get you a super long cable or someone up here else to run the music.
Well, the problem is I don't have enough hands.
Enough people?
I mean, I couldn't even sit it near me here right now.
Enough people? I mean, it's a lot going on.
You've got like a full cubicle of technology around you.
Maybe when Kenny's back, but that ain't going to be for a while.
Nope, now with harvest going on, that's all right. Overmeyer gets the handoff, a couple yards on the gain. Maybe about a yard.
And Shidler, the first one to greet him again. Gets him into the backfield, and Jaden just continues to drive those legs, pick up a couple after he's met with that contact.
You know, when Overmeyer had 122 yards of offense on the ground there, I mean, well, if you go off that, and a catch for 23 yards as well, like I said, with this Triton offense, kind of not quite finding their groove here in the second half. I mean, we're moving the ball pretty well, but then everything kind of came to a screeching halt. Overmeyer trying to get outside, cuts back inside. Nice bit of running there by the Jet as he has a Triton first down. And that's Triton's 9th first down of the ball game.
And they must have heard you there. They wanted to answer. They said, we've had trouble moving the ball here. We'll do it right here. Good downhill running. Gets Jaden out there to that left side. Move the chains.
So back out of they go. Back to Overmeyer as he continues to fall forward. A nice gain on first down. Productive as the clock continues to run.
Yeah, there if you're Triton, continue to feed Jaden. He's picking up those consistent yards for you and chewing off that clock. That's what they're going to try to stay in. If you're Winamac, you got to force them out of that. Can't let them get comfortable and just chew that clock away.
3 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 7 coming up. Of course, stay tuned post-game. I believe we will have an interview, which it'll be just like last week. All you got to do is hit button 3 and button 2 at the same time, and we're good to go. I'm going to be waiting on your thumbs up.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
I might need a tutorial again there.
All you have to do is hit the button 3 and button 2. You're done. And Ryder Gayhard breaks free. Triton's in for 6 more. Sound the fireworks. Oh, a little bit extra on that one.
There's a lot of flaring.
29-yard touchdown run for Ryder Gayhard, who finds pay dirt for a 3rd week in a row.
Yeah, and you see him back there, breaks through a tackle and just makes a couple man miss. Then you see Winamac Warrior losing his feet right there. He's got plenty of green grass ahead of him. Good cut back there.
Callahan on to kick. Snaps down, a little bit rushed, but he will kick it, and he will split the uprights as Cam Callahan continues to kick the point for touchdowns well yet again this week. So you look at that play there. I mean, that was a 4-play drive that kind of lasted over a couple minutes there, but moving the ball, I mean, what more do you want? How do you react? And Ryder Gayhard with an amazing run yet again.
Yeah, and you were just talking about it. They were having a little trouble moving it, but then they get some good field possession in their favor and then just make a couple good runs right there and just making that defense just battle.
And Ryder Gayhard electrifying yet again. This kid just really kind of provides that spark.
There's a lot of weapons they can give it to on this Trojan offense.
And that's exactly what that kid is. That kid is a weapon. I mean, he's a lethal weapon out there, Ryder Gayhard. He tackles, he runs, he catches. What can't this kid do?
Yeah, and I don't envy Andy Barker being the play caller because when you got all these weapons to give it to, it's a struggle picking which one to try to go to.
There's only one ball, and there's a lot of hungry boys down there.
Yeah. But he's keeping them all well fed.
So Franklin Sullivan back to kick it again. Ruggs and Burgess back to return. I'm not sure he's going to get Adriano back. I think he is done for the night. Rugg takes it from inside his own 15 and he's 14, kind of trotting his way, finds a hole and accelerates quickly, still spinning his way through, and a nice return there by Winamac. Sets him up past the 45, and we have a shaken up player in there on the near side.
And the way you saw Kyle Cummins running down the field, if he gets in frame here on this replay, it looked like he was about to deliver another big Freightliner hit. Just does not break down in time, just misses him. Good little juke move there by Rugg. Just continues to battle. He's just dragging.
Vinny Prater and I believe Gavin Riffle and and Bradley all in the tackle. Mercy sakes.
There's the camera girl again.
Yeah. Caitlin knows where the camera's at, and she looks right out on cue.
Heard us.
Cardenas in motion as Abbott is in there at quarterback, and Tearson Wolford cutting up field. 2nd down after the 7-yard gain.
Looked like a little confusion there in the backfield for the Warriors. Caught the Trojans lacking too, that misdirection. Give it back to Wolford, back to the left. Picks up a good gain there.
So Parker Abbott, the 5'8", 145-pound sophomore, now going to handle the quarterbacking duties the rest of the way out. A big stage, that team being down 15.
You see Caden Bradley check back in for that safety spot in for Gage.
Abbott back under center. Gives it to Wolford. I think the ball's free. And Triton has the football. Fumble there on the play. Trojans take over.
It looked like it was bobbled there from the beginning. Wolford couldn't quite secure it. The Trojans diving on that. Yep.
And Vinny Prater with a big, we talked about him in the pregame and his attitude, how this kid, his motor, and right there, a big spot for him.
Yeah, just good awareness. Being there on the front line and then still getting off a block and being able to turn your body and hop on that football. Good play there by him. Good takeaway. As, yeah, they had trouble securing that off the snap and the handoff.
So Triton now will start from their own 47-yard line. Riffle out of the shotgun, right back to Overmeyer, who has a seam. The Jet is free and has a first down and more. One tackle away from breaking it for 6 more.
Here they're finding it, just really driving down. O-line fires out well, gives him plenty of space.
Gain of 20 on the play.
And that was big downhill. Jaden has the ability to just run full steam ahead or get a little fancy with it, and that he was full steam ahead.
First down and 10, the Trojans are rolling. Overmeyer again, but the Winamac defense standing tall. They're on that front line. Shidler again.
Shidler and 51 Keegan Koff.
Koff.
Yeah, he was the first one there to greet him.
Keegan Cow.
Great play there by him, though.
Still, getting in there, I mean, Winamac's made some nice plays on that front line here tonight.
Yeah, it's been back and forth. Either we're congratulating the O-line for great blocks or we're congratulating them for just getting off of it well. It's been back and forth.
Either way,
one-sided.
the battle of the trenches is tonight. I mean, you look at these two sides, you're either complimenting one or complimenting the other one.
Yeah.
Riffle off the snap. He has space. Trying to dance outside. 2 guys to beat. He's got the sideline. A hard collision as knocked out of bounds there by Ruggs. By Rugg, excuse me.
And he never shies away from those hits. Takes it. Ryder Gayhart and Cam Callahan with some good blocks out wide. Gage lowering that shoulder.
Caden almost learned real quick. Got to have a head on a swivel there, pal.
He was getting too good of an action shot, and then he saw it coming right at him.
Well, he's learning.
Yeah.
Another gain of, I believe, about 20 there on the play. I think, yep, another gain of 20, so 40 yards on 2 carries. Overmeyer trying to bounce through, still trying to get through, and brought down hard there on the tackle was Hunter Haschel.
Yeah, and the Warriors did a good job of clogging up that left side. No room to go for there. Jaden just trying to make something out of nothing. But the Warriors standing tall, getting a good stop right there.
Loss of 1 on the play.
Trying to slow the bleed as the clock continues to tick down.
Go back to Gage Riffle. I'll talk about the football IQ and the patience and not to panic. Saw it opened up and then took off and ran. I mean, that was a smart play by him.
Yeah, he's just staying nice and calm tonight.
Mailman delivering after hours. Gayhart again electrifying into the line as he tries to move it closer for 3rd down. About a gain about 5 there on the play.
Some good sportsmanship, helping each other up on both sides. Always love to see that. No matter the tension.
3, excuse me. My goodness.
Gotta always remember that sportsmanship.
I'll tell you, and that's one thing I talked about in that LaVille game, the sportsmanship by this Triton team and what they did in that ball game, and then you continue to see it. That really comes down to that culture this coaching staff is really promoting.
Yeah, you said it from day one that it's going to be good culture and just battle out there on the field.
3rd down and 8. Riffle to throw. He's got Mad Dog. Maddox Denny is in for 6.
See if I can get fireworks this time.
Ooh, oh.
Oh, just barely.
Oh, nice.
Maddox Denny with his first touchdown of the year. On a 19-yard pitch and catch there, Riffle picks up his 3rd passing touchdown of the night.
Yeah, just some great use of a little play action, fake the handoff, and then pull it back out and just sail it out over to Maddox Denny. He's got that height, gets it and secures it.
No good. That's the first one in about 20-some attempts. I don't know. I think the streak was like at 16 or 17.
Yeah, he was on a roll there. Even had Jordan confused. He thought it was good. But, yeah, just another look at that play. Nice wide open.
Maddox Denny showing off those hands. Good catch by that young man. But Cam Callahan, the streak stops there. But, I mean, you talk about what a streak.
Yeah. And, I mean, you still got plenty of season left and into the postseason. You can get that streak, even beat it.
So I'm trying to think here. 6.
Thank you for all you do for our community.
I think he was 15 or 16 in a row before that last one.
Yeah, I mean, you can't complain about that, especially when some of them have had pressure or not the cleanest holds. He's just able to step into it, put it through.
So Franklin Sullivan has done a nice job kicking the ball tonight to kick things off. Triton right now in the driver's seat, looking to pick up their third consecutive conference win, as they will have a tough one next week against North Judson. Winamac will be hosting North Miami next week. Don't judge off that thing there. I had it backwards. So they'll be hosting North Miami and then hosting North Judson. A tough 2-game stand there for them. Tough stretch here. I mean, like this Winamac team, there's promise there. You know, Adriano not going down, you could be arguing this could be a tie ball game.
Yeah, it's a big swing right there to lose him on offense and defense.
Burgess on the return. Logan Collins in there on the tackle. And they will start from their own 32.
Some more good pursuit there from the kickoff teams, just flowing to the football well, staying in your lanes.
You know, and you got to give these Warriors credit. I mean, coming out, you know, you were down there in the half. Triton, that interception really kind of catapulting them into a nice drive leading to a touchdown, you know, but then they get the ball back and a tough injury there for them, losing Adriano, but they have the playmaker, so hopefully he can come back soon for them because that's a big piece for this group, and I think a guy that can really tie this group together.
Yeah, they've shown a lot of ability and just so close to putting it all together. And, yeah, Adriano, they've showed that they can really spread it out, and they've impressed me tonight with how close they've been to those big home run throws.
Parker Abbott will work out of the shotgun. Wolford on his left hip. And that's where he goes with the football as Wolford trying to bounce outside. A big, loud collision. Cam Callahan initially making contact. What a play by him to seal the edge, and a loss on the play on the carry.
And that's something you don't always see there from that corner secondary position. You don't always get involved on the play. See Rugg giving him a little encouragement on that one, saying good hit.
Now I'll tell you, like I said, it may not show up right there as you got the tackle, but that was a great job by Cam Callahan sealing the edge. Like I said, stay tuned post-game. We will have, I believe, an interview.
Defense switching things around.
Tyler Payton out there at outside linebacker now. Abbott high snap. Going to have to run it. Mad Dog Denny couldn't quite get there in time. And Triton again with a big stop on the edge. Triton doing a nice job sealing the edges tonight. Coach Cord's got to be happy tonight with his defense.
Yeah, they do a good job of just recognizing that quarterback position. And then Gavin Riffle standing him up, looking like a true wrestler out there.
Boy, just stood him straight up in the air. What a play by Gavin Riffle. He's made a lot of nice plays tonight. I mean, I'll tell you what, that kid there, you talk about a great leader and a hard worker, Gavin Riffle fits the bill.
He's got so much heart, and he's just been someone great that I'm great to call a friend and just know, and having played beside back in high school. It's great to watch him grow up and see what he is now.
And a flag on the play. I believe this will be false start on the offense. This will be 5-yard back, and that's what it is.
Well, at least they told me when exactly to play it this time.
Yeah.
After they shake hands.
So that way they can all celebrate. That makes sense.
Now do I play the entire song?
I have no idea.
I'd let it go.
5-yard penalty on the Warriors. 3rd down and 14.
But yeah, talking about Gavin Riffle on that hit, I mean, wrestling background, it makes you just such a good tackler, knowing how to get low, those level changes. Wrestling's no joke, and it translates well to football.
Abbott now again looking right down the middle. He has a man just a tad too tall there for Terry.
Colton Reynolds laid a big hit right there as soon as he released the football.
Colton Reynolds having himself a game.
Yeah, he's had a great one here tonight.
That's who I'd like to get for an interview tonight.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good one.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, there's the game he's had here tonight. Make sure to go grab him.
So Abbott will step back to kick. Ryder Gayhart to return. Just gets it away. High kick. It's going to stop at the 50 and roll, and it'll roll back into Winamac territory. Triton will start from the Winamac 49.
Initially landed like right on that 50-yard line. Took an interesting bounce. But yeah, just barely gets that off. Triton's had good pressure on those punt blocks all night.
You know,
we had a couple.
Go back to Triton's plays there after their third punt on their third drive. Since then, touchdown, interception, turnover and downs, and 2 touchdowns. You know, scoring on 4 out of their 6 last drives.
Yeah, you can't complain about that, and you eliminate some of those turnovers. It's a good offensive night here in the second half, finally finding a little bit in that fourth.
Riffle again, hands it off to Overmeyer, has a scene, cuts it back inside. Overmeyer trying to kick on the Jets, and he has a first down and more. Big gain there on the play.
You see their huge hole. Great job there by the line. That's one that you got to continue to bring back. I know Coach Cook's going to be really happy about that one tomorrow. Yeah, good tackle there. See them trying to rip there at the football.
Gain of about 28 on the play. Yeah, that's right. I think I'm right. Yeah, because 30 would be the 19. So, yeah, -2. There you go.
Nice.
Oh, -3. So, 27-yard gain. Overmeyer again, trying to follow that opening, cutting back inside. He's going back. It regains control. The Jaden Overmeyer. The Jet is in for 6 more. Sound the fireworks. Triton again.
Get a good shot of it there.
I did not hear replay, though.
That's all right. But nonetheless, a great run. It would have been a great run even if he was brought down initially where he was at. Manages to break free, make some cutbacks. It's a lot of lateral yards on that one.
That's his third touchdown, or second touchdown of the night. Scored from 18 and 22 yards away tonight. Again, another night over about 150 yards rushing for him.
Yeah, continuing to just
that's what he's averaging.
Magic with his legs. Cannot complain about it.
So trying to go for 2 here. Going near side, Cam Callahan's got the 2-point conversion is good.
I like that call there, just trying to get him on the action. Tremendous athlete. Got to get some usage out of him, and manages to put 2 more there. Good pitch and catch and run, and able to just dive in there.
He landed a big hit earlier on a nice stop there to kind of slow things down, and then coming up big right there on a 2-point conversion. Said, hey, you know what? You might have missed that last one, but here we're gonna get that point back.
Yeah, we'll get your get back.
Just a moment right now. Look around you, pick up some of your stuff, and be sure to throw out any garbage that you brought with you. We'd certainly appreciate it.
See him showing some love there on the sideline to Coach Barker.
So Overmeyer, 49 yards on 2 carries on that drive. So he's got over 200 yards rushing again.
Yeah, I wouldn't put past him. There's been a lot of breakthrough tackles here in this fourth quarter.
Had 122 yards there in the first half. For that young man, as we said, has been on fire these last few weeks. Now with 7 touchdowns on the year. Averages 150 coming into today's game. 7.5 yards a carry on average. This Triton team continue to run the ball well. They have that identity, and they're not afraid to tell you, hey, we're going to run it at you.
Yeah, we'll run it at you, see if you can stop it.
And it opened up the pass tonight for this group where they're able to use that balanced attack. Franklin Sullivan kicks it through the hands of Burgess. He'll have to work. He slips, nearly falls down, gets back to his feet, trying to go upfield, and he will get up past the 20 to the 21-yard lines where the Winamac offense heads back out.
Burgess on the carry.
Yeah, as we've seen both sides of the field not able to cleanly secure a lot of kick returns here and setting them up in some unfortunate field position.
So Triton again, 4 wins in a row. That first LaVille game was this group was kind of like they were not happy with that game, and rightly so. But how you respond from that, a 4-game winning streak, that's the kind of way you want to see this group.
Yeah,
respond.
Absolutely. Just continue to build and build and build and build. And that's what they have done out here. And, yeah, not playing their best football in that week 1. And those first game jitters, things happen like that. A couple of those kick returns not handled the way they should have been. But, yeah, just letting that go in the past and then just continue to grind week to week.
So Abbott now under center. Takes the snap. I believe on the carry, I believe that was Terry. Didn't quite tell in time. Ashton Jacobs on the tackle. It was Terry.
Yeah.
Terry on the carry. There you go.
Yeah, it was tough to see.
And Jordan did the same thing. No gain on the play. But you know, Winamac, yes, you know what? You lose this one here tonight. You kind of had a few tough breaks for this group, but there's a lot of promise here. You only 6 seniors on this group, but yet a lot of juniors. And I mean, and with Adriano only a sophomore. So I mean, a lot of room to grow. Winamac is team. Keep your eye on this program. Vinny Prater cannot get off the field in time. Too many men on the field. Maybe. Did he just get off?
They might have just had him get outside of it. That Triton gets away with one there.
I didn't think he got off in time. But no laundry on the field. If anybody can get off that quickly, there it is. I was going to say, I was pretty sure if anybody can get off the field that fast, it's Vinny Prater. Great hair and a great beard, too, for that kid.
The Stallion.
The Stallion.
Had a great night.
He could be like Troy Polamalu with his own hair care line, you know.
It's another great defensive player.
Exactly. See, there you go. It just fits the bill.
5-yard penalty against the Trojans. Brings up 3rd down and 2 for the Warriors.
It's Triton's 5th penalty of the night. Had 3 or fewer the last 2 games.
Still talking it out.
So it'll be 2nd down and 3 for the 5-yard penalty. Oh, a second. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, a little confusion.
I had to think about that for a second. Abbott now back under center. Hands it off in the backfield there as Jenkins gets stopped. Good sealed again. Trying to do a nice job on the edge again, sealing it.
Yeah, they let it get outside of them a couple times there in the first half, and Winamac getting some good runs there, but able to secure it now, staying home to their jobs. It's hard to contain that edge, especially when you got a bunch of linemen pulling.
So 3rd down here on the play. And final seconds ticking away here. Triton's going to win this one 35-6 here tonight. Big night for them. Back to Jenkins on the carry and brought down. Big tackle there. Couldn't quite see who that was in time.
Tyler Payton, I think.
That's who it was. Yeah, Tyler Payton. Rolls him up there.
Yeah, spun him around a couple times, finally brings him down.
And that is going to do it. Triton wins 35-6 here tonight. We'll get things set up and we'll take a break. We'll be back here with our post-game interviews here for the handshake and the coaches meeting on the Triton Trojan Sports Network. All right, we got the star middle linebacker tonight, Colt Reynolds. I said that one hit there, that sack. I'm pretty sure I saw Ray Lewis transform and come play high school football. I'll tell you what, buddy, you talk about how you play middle linebacker and just that energy you bring to the team. What is that like being that guy that can do that for your team?
It's just awesome. I mean, I put in all the work over the years, and it feels good. That's what I tell the guys all the time. You got to put more work than you see at practice and everything, and it comes back and you see it. It's awesome. It's a great feeling. I love bringing the juice, bringing the energy. It's awesome.
Well, you have the guy there to your left that was a senior when you were a freshman. I told him, he kind of set the standard of how to be a middle linebacker, and now you've met that mark and took it up another notch there. What's it like to be able to say that with that guy standing to your left?
It's nice. He taught me a lot, about the game, how to see the gaps and everything. And I think that came a long way for me because I feel like that's one of my greatest strengths is being able to see the gaps and see where I need to fill and stuff. And that he taught me a lot about that with his brain power back when I was playing with him.
And for you, I know playing middle linebacker is great. These kids that are learning from you, I watched you at with the little kids this summer because my son was there, obviously. What's it like to be able to teach that next group and teach them how to be a player like yourself, not just on the field but off the field?
It's awesome. You got to build the culture up. It starts down with those Pee Wee kids. You got to be around them. You got to show them support. They look up to us. I remember when I was in Pee Wee. I mean, it was awesome seeing those guys. So to be able to teach them and make them into what should be a great team it's awesome.
What's your favorite thing about playing out here in front of this group on a Friday night with your brothers on the team?
The hype. I love bouncing around after I make a big play. It's unlike anything I've ever felt.
I've called you the torpedo since your sophomore year. I mean, you're a guy that disappears and then shows up to be there. Going back and watching yourself play I imagine you guys go watch film out every week. What's it like getting to see yourself say, hey, yeah, I did that?
It's great. It's awesome.
I mean, those guys feel you the next day, obviously.
Yeah, I love it, but I mean, I like to focus on the things that I can do better for the most part. But yeah, I do watch over the good parts and get hype again. So yeah.
Any questions?
All I got is just a good congratulations, great night to you, and it's been just amazing watching you grow up as a player.
Thank you.
All right, well, Cole, we'll let you get to the locker room. Congratulations, buddy, again. We got Coach. Keep it up. Well, Coach, we had to get the torpedo in here on tonight. I mean, you talk about a kid. I'm pretty sure I saw Ray Lewis just transform in the middle there on that sack. That defense stood tall tonight, and it was tough. It was a tough night for them, but they did a great job.
Yeah, Colton and Vinny have a little bit of a competition going on. I think Colton had it by 0.5 number of sacks, most number of sacks on the team. So I don't know. We'll see what it looks like when we get inside here.
Now, the offense was a little slow getting started tonight. I mean, it wasn't quite what you want to see there in those first few drives, but the persistence and this group kind of keeping their heads about them, that was something really special to see tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you'd love to come out hot every week, right? And we have the last couple of weeks. And so this one we didn't. We were flat during practice this week, and we came out flat. And I just told them, trust the process. We'll get there. It'll start to work. Like, you could see that what we were trying to do was there. We just weren't executing by one or two guys. And so eventually they figured it out, and I think we wore them down a little bit, and then it finally started to hit.
They come out, and Winamac has that long drive, 6 minutes, and they score on that drive there. Your guys had one of two options, and how they came out and responded then, again in that fourth quarter, just scoring all those unanswered points, that was huge, and that's what you want to see your team respond when they face some adversity.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you got to find out who you are, and that's the way to do it. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. I mean, we're going to have tough times coming up. So the fact that they were able to hang on and stay focused and get on the grind, and it was ugly, but it was a win.
And again, you guys show that you can do it. Yes, obviously establishing the run, but again through the air, showing you guys can score on all levels like that again tonight. That offense looked really good at times here tonight.
Yeah, really important to not be so one-dimensional. I think, like we said last week, and to have guys like Maddox and Isaac and Cam and Caden, I mean, they're all weapons. I mean, at the end of the day, we could go 5 wide and make it work. But our identity is obviously in the run. I think Jaden had, I don't know, he's over 200 again. Yeah, so another big night. I think he had 30 carries, so that's a workhorse right there.
And that kid averaging 7.5 yards a carry. That just, again, talks about how well this line has really worked here this season.
Yeah, and that's it, right? You can have the best running backs on the planet, but if you can't get that push, then it doesn't matter. And I think they're starting to finally settle in, and even during the game when they're coming and they're starting to talk to me about the tactics of what's going on out there and what they're seeing and how they're adjusting, and then the communication that they're starting to have, it's there.
And next week, obviously, a very tough, very, very tough game. Like defending conference champions down there at North Judson. That's not going to be an easy one. These guys are going to have to put all the work in this week.
Yeah, and that's the answer. You have to have a great week of practice and laser focused on what we're going to do and how we're going to attack North Jetson, yeah.
And something I mentioned here on the mic was, with all the weapons that you have on the field, does it ever become a struggle as offensive coordinator to find which weapon to give it to?
You know, at times, it's like, I don't know, we got into the fourth quarter, and I'm like, I've only given it to Ryder a couple of times. Let's see how that works, and then he takes it to the house. So, yeah, you're right. And the more important piece of that is they all deserve to touch the ball. Yeah, Jaden's our guy, and Gage is a great number 2. But all of them deserve to touch the ball. And so, you know, I probably could have done better, but it took us so long to get us going. And then when we went off schedule and tried to throw in a couple of things, they were there, but our execution wasn't where it needed to be. So we got back to basics.
Like I said, weapons all over the place. Caden Bradley finds the end zone yet again for that young man. I mean, and Callahan, I personally liked, you know, even though the streak stopped about 16 field goals there, he got that point back there on that 2-point conversion.
Yeah, well, I joked over the headset, and I go, he got his 2 points, just didn't get them how he wanted to get them. Yeah, and Caden, I mean, here's a kid that he called that play. I called that timeout, and he goes, Coach, that play is open. And I said, okay, then here we go. And he took it to the house.
It really just shows off the IQ with these guys and like I said, that film study, when I got to be part of that Saturday, the willingness to learn these guys, recognizing that as a head coach, that has got to make your job really easy.
So important. One, because it's a great game, right? And so why not honor it and learn the game right? But also then on Friday night when they can come to me and be like, hey, this is what this looks like, and we're seeing this, because it is hard to call the offense on the sideline. Not my favorite thing, but obviously important to be down on the field. So when I have guys that come off the field like Gage and those guys telling me, hey, this is open, even Jaden was like, power's there. It's just there's a couple of holes that I'm missing. So, yeah, it's great.
Well, Coach, congrats again on another win. 4 games in a row, not bad. 3-0 in conference play. Next week against North Jetson. Triton wins tonight 35-6. And until next time, remember the Trojan way.
Thanks, guys.